Hello everyone and welcome back to Dungeon Delivery, the D&D actual play podcast where we take a bunch of Minecraft creators and transform them into fantasy postal workers. I'm Ozza, your dungeon master, and I'll be guiding our players through this world as part of a collaborative improvised story. If everyone at the table would like to go ahead and introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Ollie, also known as Chèramy, the crewman sorcerer.
Hello, I'm in the Littlewood, also known as Martin, and I'm playing Haery, the Harangan monk.
Hi, I'm Lizzie. I play Polly Inkpot, the human druid.
Without further ado, it's time for Dungeon Delivery. It's another glorious spring day in Sun Harbor, where 3 hardworking Acorn Express employees are about to begin a day off work. Polly, as usual, you are awoken not by an alarm clock, but by a ruckus downstairs in the kitchen where various members of your family are tucking into breakfast buffet prepared by Great Uncle Roger.
Ooh.
You make your way down to the kitchen to find a couple of empty chairs. There's one by the window next to Uncle Turkleton, and one wedged between Aunt Bunny and Grandma Sue.
I'll sit beside Uncle Turkleton. By the window, I'll have a look out. What's the weather like today?
It's a beautiful sunny day. It's the perfect weekend morning. Sitting next to Uncle Turkleton, you watch as he loads your plate up with an extra large helping of fried mushrooms.
Mmm.
Morning, Polly. You've still got that healer's kit I bought for you, haven't you?
Oh, yes, Uncle Turkleton, of course. Of course, I wouldn't go anywhere without it.
You didn't use it all up on snabbits and sparrows like last time.
Well, I sort of did use it on a pigeon, but I promise this one really needed it.
It's very important. You know how important a healer could be, Polly. They make all the difference in a battle lost or a war won.
Yeah.
Back in the Battle of the Barons, we were outnumbered 3-1. The Chelsea Baron had us on the ropes. We thought all was lost. The Baron of the Arstal almost ordered us all to retreat if it weren't for the miracles the healers performed in the tent that day. Did I ever tell you about the cleric from the Emerald Isles?
Yep, you did. You told me about that one.
Well, let me tell you again.
I'm gonna go over there and get some sausages. And I'm gonna get up very quickly from the table beside Uncle Turkleton. I'm gonna go sit next to Aunt Bunny and Grandma Sue instead.
You leave Uncle Turkleton kind of looking around for someone else to start telling his stories to, and squeeze your way into a seat between Aunt Bunny and Grandma Sue. Sue is humming to herself jovialously as she dollops a spoonful of beans onto your plate as you sit down. While the other side of you, Aunt Bunny is flicking through an old Belt Buckley adventure novel.
And Bunny, what's that you're reading?
It's Belt Buckley, my dear.
Have you read his latest?
We've actually got a first edition copy at the library. It was delivered a couple of weeks ago.
Really?
Belt Buckley himself made an appearance.
No way. The real Belt Buckley.
The real Belt Buckley and his associates.
Can I come with you to the library this morning and check out the book? That is perfect for my weekend. I can go out and read it in this sunny weather.
I mean, my shift starts pretty soon. We'll have to be there in, and she pulls out a pocket watch, about 25 minutes. Can you get ready in that time?
Yes, I already have my hat on, as I always do.
You and Aunt Bunny set off into the Sun Harbor Library together in a hurry, leaving the Hawthorns behind and heading into Sun Harbor Central. In the distance, you hear the morning bells ringing out across Sun Harbor. Chèramy, you awake from a deep slumber, roused from your sleep by the morning bells. You inhale a deep
The morning bells!
breath of the fresh morning air, laced with the smell of bird droppings, as usual. Opening your eyes slowly, the Acorn Express aviary comes into view. Row upon row of wooden perches, each lined with the fresh straw you placed there yesterday.
It's not very well placed. I'm not a great bed maker.
Not a great nest maker.
I'm more of like a trainer than I am a brood mare.
Something is amiss.
I look around. Something is amiss.
A few of the perches are pristine and untouched. You were expecting a full house last night, but it seems like some of them didn't make it back home.
Bloody hell, me squab's gone. Could I climb up to the aviary exit and see if I can see any of them flying around outside? Have they already started work?
If you want to investigate the aviary, do you want to give me an investigation roll?
It was on a 19 and then it fell to a 1. It's a 1. It's a 1. It's a first roll 1.
Everything in the aviary seems pretty normal. Maybe a little less bird poop than usual, but otherwise normal.
Can I do my usual wake-up routine?
Mm-hmm. What
Okay,
is
so
that?
because to be clear, this is the weekend correct now, which I'm not used to having. Because as a bird of the postal service, usually we're just worked all days round. But I've been told this is the thing I've got to have, so I'm stretching my wings. I'm stretching my wings. So I start preening. I preen again, and then I look around for someone that I can preen, because usually you share your preening with the birds around, and that is what would then draw me to like, oh, nobody here to preen. Can I go over to the beds that have been untouched and just like see if they are exactly how I left them? I'll investigate Precious's perch first.
Okay. Precious's and all of the other empty perches are exactly as you left them.
Just the exact same. Okay.
But you notice that besides Precious, one of the perches is usually taken up by one of your favorite avian friends, Patook.
Patook? Oh, my boy Patook.
Patook, yeah.
My boy
He's your
Patook.
homie.
There's no delivery we couldn't do, and we flew on the winds together, and without Patook here, I feel lost. Well, I suppose my goal now would be to find Patook, because
Okay.
this is very strange. Would he have... He wouldn't have left a note. He doesn't know how to write. He's a pigeon.
You won't be able to read it anyway.
I wouldn't be able to read it without Polly or any of the gang. I mean, I would usually go down and probably speak to Pip and Pepper, but they're not going to be here. It's a weekend. But I wouldn't know that, so I'm going to fly down.
You stumble upon a most distressing scene.
No.
The lifeless body of your dear friend Patook, a beautiful parakeet with a badly broken wing. Though now that his joyous spark has been snuffled out, the bright green feathers seem much less vibrant.
My sweet best friend! I fall to the ground! Wings flapping downwards, and I place them on Patook. I say, Patook! No! Patook! I look around. Is anyone there helping? I suppose not, because we're just birds, aren't we?
It's just birds.
I lay him down gently, and I would like to sing softly the song that we used to sing to each other every night to help ourselves get to sleep. It goes a little something like this. But with the sad lowering of the note, I lay him down and close his eyes.
You make mournful pigeon noises as you
I
lay
do, I go,
Patook to rest.
Patook, I'll find who did this, Patook!
Well, you look around his body, and if he was on his way back to the perch in the aviary for the night, why does he still have an undelivered note tied to his leg?
Can I open it?
You open the note, and you cannot read it.
Read it. Yeah, I can't read it. This is going to be a really hard day off for me, delivering a note that I can't read. And then I remember that I've actually got 2 new friends who I work with, and they can read. The thing is, I don't know where Haery lives. Can I do a history check to see if I know where the kind of place where Haery would stay?
You can do a history check to see if you know where Haery stays.
It's a 2, -1. So that's a 1. I don't know where Haery lives. But there is one person I do know where she lives. I think I'll have to fly to the Hawthorns.
Okay, you head to the closest exit to leave, and as you do so, you stumble upon a man in green overalls. He's carrying some kind of pole and a basket with no holes.
Basket with no holes? Like a box?
You don't know what purpose it serves, but he appears to dip his pole into it and push it along the ground.
I say, you there! Can you read?
I can read pretty well, yeah.
That's lucky for me, because we're on a time crunch. My bird friend has just perished in our very aviary.
Someone's killed one of your friends?
Yes, come quick. Maybe you can do CPR like Polly did to me on the train. Do you know Polly? She works here.
I don't know Polly. I don't really. I just kind of mop up on
Bring
the
your
weekends.
magic staff across, wizard.
He comes running over into the aviary and sees the body of Patook.
It's Patook. You know Patook, probably. He was one of the fastest birds we had after me.
It's one of the prettiest birds we had. This is terrible news.
Do you know any way of bringing him back? Any sort of magic in your little box?
I don't, I'm afraid.
What was your name, fellow man?
I'm Bob Haggis.
My name's Chèramy. Pleasure to meet your
Pleasure to meet
acquaintance.
you, Chèramy. Is there anything else I could help you with in these trying times?
Well, yeah, read this letter to me.
Okay. To Miss Leela Nettles, 12 Brambleton Alley, Sun Harbor. I haven't stopped thinking about you since the Blackwood Fair. That fortune teller was clearly just about to reveal that fate had destined us to be together until that stray sausage came flying through the tent window and struck me squarely in the face. Sausages don't fly. Please meet me by the fountain after the evening bells tomorrow, so I may attempt to salvage both my dignity and whatever destiny that sausage so cruelly interrupted.
I was at the Blackwood Fair, by the way, let
Oh.
me tell you. And I'll tell you, that sausage,
You saw a flying sausage?
I saw a flying sausage flying at a velocity only usually birds of higher altitudes can hit. I thought that person died. Do you know of any fountain in Sun Harbor?
Oh,
Do I know of any fountain in Sun Harbor? Halt a sec, Mr. Haggis. Let me think in my brain. History check. 7.
A 7. I mean, you've flown over maybe several fountains, but there is a rather prominent one that's a bit larger than the others that you've bathed in several times.
Of course I have. Of course I have. And honestly, that's where I was thinking of going today on my day off to scope out the local birds.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna get back to work. I've got a dead bird apparently to dispose of now.
Could you bury him somewhere beautiful?
I'll see what I can do. I'll probably can find a shoebox somewhere, maybe.
And then I would like to reach up with my talon to above the roost where Patook was, and I'd like to bring down a tied heart rope that was attached to his perch. And I'd like to lay it with him. I say, alas, we didn't get long, did we, Patook? Maybe next year. And I put the rope down next to him, and I say, Godspeed, Mr. Haggis. And I'd like to pull down my flight goggles, which I'm wearing my day off goggles, which are slightly more fun. And I will fly as fast as I can, dashing to a maximum speed of 30 feet. And I'm going to fly towards the fountain. I think that's my goal.
Yeah, you fly to this fountain as fast as you can. You land.
I'm flying. Are you watching this? I'm flying.
And as you come to on the cobbles, you hear psst, psst, over here.
I look down. No.
Chèramy, it's me, Vinny the Vermin. Look, pigeons going missing. We've been hearing things, you know.
It wasn't just a pigeon today, it was Patook.
And apparently parakeets, that's a real thinker, that is, a real puzzler. Birds don't just vanish like that, huh?
Don't, Vinny.
We might have a little bit of a tiny nibble of information for you.
What a crumb of cheese.
But there's the small matter of your tab. I said the first one's free, right? He leans in closer and darkens his tone. He goes, of course, it weren't really free.
But you told me it was free. I told Polly it was all going to be okay, Vinny.
Here's how it's gonna be.
You wouldn't
bird
lie
boy.
to me, would you, Vinny? I'm a very trusting pigeon.
First you settle your debt, then we'll point you in the right direction for your little feathery mystery.
I suppose I have no choice.
You're a courier by trade, ain't you?
I'm a courier by trade and a courier by nature, yes.
We got ourselves a special delivery that needs making. It's a small box, that's all, taken from one place to another, quick and quiet. Only thing is, the goods inside ain't exactly licensed, so nobody asks what's in the box and nobody talks about it afterwards. You make the drop for us and we can revisit this little missing bird matter of yours. You're just taking it from A to B, okay?
How many letters are there between A and B?
Look. just listen to my words, okay?
Sorry, I'm losing.
The box is under Old Maud's Pickled Eel Stall. It's in Sun Harbor Market, just waiting for you to collect. The drop-off is Page Turners. You got this? Page Turners?
I'm writing it down in my brain. Obviously can't write it down on paper. God, well, it's a lucky thing that pigeons have a high brain to mass ratio, I learned today, and so my brain is really big.
Page Turners Long Drip Road.
Long Drip Road. God, this is so many places.
Before you're able to speak another word, he's gone, disappeared into the shadowy darkness of the sewers with a faint scattering of tiny claws.
Bloody hell. Oh, Polly told me not to speak to the rats. I thought I knew better. God, do I know where Old Maud's pickled eels stood? Well, do I know where the market is?
You know where the market is, so you can head towards Sun Harbor Market in search of Old Maud's pickled eel stall.
Goodbye. I'm on the way to Old Maud's pickled eels.
Harry,
Hello.
on this particularly pleasant day on which you are not contracted to work, you still somehow find yourself standing in front of locker 275 at the Acorn Express delivery depot.
That I do. Can't keep me away.
The depot is empty today as most employees are enjoying their government-mandated time off. But you've been unable to relax since the day of the Tide Heart Festival, where a Tide Heart mysteriously appeared in this very locker.
That was a surprise, to say the least. Not shared it with anybody else, because really it's only my business.
You hear the locker room door burst open, followed by a loud clattering and water sloshing.
What's going on here?
The locker room intruder is a slender, elderly, half-elf male in baggy overalls. Can you please roll for perception?
Yeah, sure. Oh my god, dice off the table. That's a nat one.
That one.
I rolled one of those before the session. I was like, hopefully it's out the way. Clearly not.
Yeah, you're very, very caught off guard. You see that they're wearing overalls and they have a bucket and a mop, and maybe they're an intruder broken in here to clean the locker room, or maybe they're a member of the janitorial staff.
Excuse me, mate. What do you think you're doing?
Hello. Sorry. Just here to mop the locker room. I keep telling them the security is too lax around here. All kinds of odd folk letting themselves in here. Come on, out you get.
What do you mean? No, I'm not odd folk. Look at the badge.
He begins to shoo you away with his mop.
Right. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Bob Haggis.
Bob Hag. Right, I'm writing that one down. We'll find out from Pip and Pepper whether you are who you say you are. Question.
Yep.
Out of Pip and Pepper, which one's the most superior?
Oh, that'd be Pepper.
Yeah, correct.
Caution if you're intent on walking here. Don't mess with the squirrels.
Why not?
Just a friendly advice. I've been here a long time. A long time. Yeah.
I mean, you're saying squirrels plural. I've never met one aside from Pepper. Like, is that a certain like division of the company, or just loads of them higher up?
Just in upper management.
Right. I guess just before I go, have you seen anybody else come in here that you didn't expect to see? Like maybe the other day during like Tide Heart Festival.
Oh, I do remember. I arrived just as all the postal workers were leaving to make their deliveries, and I mopped the canteen and the bathrooms, and then I made it to the locker room, and that's where it went all unusual. Like, I came in here, and I have pretty good vision in the dark usually, but everything went completely black, and I couldn't see a dang thing. And then I heard this big loud knocking and a rustling, and when my vision came back, my perfectly mopped floor was covered in footprints, and the floor was littered with McMuffinburger wrappers.
Wait, hold on. When you say it went black, as in like, could you not see? Were you enchanted, or was it like a smoke bomb?
I don't know what it was, but I mean, I couldn't see it. It was so dark.
Weird. I can't think of anybody else that I know who could do that.
I can see in the dark usually, so I don't know what it was.
Oh wait, so you couldn't even see when the lights went out?
No.
So they specifically blinded you. How weird. I mean, what were the footprints like?
Well, they looked like high heels to me, and I'll tell you what, it took a while to get the locker room clean again.
How many pairs of feet do you reckon there were? Was it just one set of high heels that had been tiptoeing about?
Yeah, but it looked like they stomped all over the place.
High heels. But then you mentioned there was Muffinburgers.
McMuffinburgers, yeah, and there's only one McMuffinburger joint, and it's all the way over in Sun Harbor Central. Don't eat that myself, some nasty stuff in those burgers, and don't get me started on what they put in those nuggets.
I was going to say, I just don't imagine normally that somebody who would dress as elegant as heels would be eating a McMuffin. Like,
no, it's not a high-class establishment. Look, I mean, I don't want to be rude, but like I've got a job to do.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Sorry, mate. Yeah. How weird. So, high heels, disenchanting vision, McMuffin burger wrappers. Maybe I should have a little wander over there and see if anybody matches that description. I mean, got nothing else to do today. And I just sort of head out of the locker room.
As you leave the Acorn Express building, you notice a familiar looking chap. It's none other than your new colleague, Chèramy. Do you make yourself seen or do you attempt to stealth past?
I don't think I'm going to be able to be subtle at the McMuffin if I'm stuck with him, so I'm going to try and hide.
Okay. Do you want to roll for stealth?
Yeah. It's one of those days. 5 plus 3 is 8.
8. So in your attempt to duck out of Cheramy's sight, you inadvertently draw more attention to yourself. Mummy, look, a big bunny wabbit! A small child cries out loudly from across the street. Checking to see if Chèramy notices you, the two of you make awkward eye contact.
What the hell is that? Haery! Haery!
Yeah, it's me.
Happy weekend! Are you having a good
Happy
one?
Saturday.
No, it's actually not Saturday. What did I call it, Ozza?
I don't know, so it's like
Satismorn.
Satismorn. All right, let me pop that one.
Happy
in my
Satismorn,
brain bank.
Haery!
Happy Satismorn, mate. It's arguably one of the sadder days for me because I don't get to work.
It's actually one of the sadder days for me because one of my friends has died this morning.
What do you mean?
My good friend Patook, I awoken from my bird-like slumber in the Avery, and I look out the window, what do I see? Sweet Patook. There, lifeless on my windowsill.
Oh,
And
was she one of the...
it's a he and it's a parakeet.
A parakeet? What, did they work for us or were they
They
like,
worked
just
for
the
us,
men?
Harry. They were one of our best.
Oh,
one of the ones I've been
gosh.
training the hardest.
Oh, I'm sorry, mate. When's the service?
I don't know. I asked there was a nice man with a long pole in there, and he said that he was going to make a shoebox or something to put him in, and I gave him me tie-dye rope to put in there as well.
Why don't we do what Joan did for her husband? Let's get that cardboard box. We'll put it on like some driftwood, and then we'll set it on fire.
Do you think that'd be good? Do you think that'd take him to the big aviary in the sky if we did that?
Yeah, I think he'd go to Bird Halla if you did that.
All right, and he'd still be able to deliver up there, wouldn't he? Because that's what he loved most.
Yeah, even gods need mail, mate. Gods need post. They're always conveying messages to normal folk.
Don't suppose you want to help me, actually, because I promised the lifeless body of Patook that I would deliver his final letter. He had an undelivered letter, Harry. And I know it's our day off, but you bloody love delivering. And I can't read very well.
I was in the middle of something.
Well, currently, I'm sort of following a chain of events. So if you actually... I was on the way to the market. Don't suppose you want to join me to the market, then you can head on your merry way once I've found where I need to go?
Yeah, you know what? Let's take a look. Pass me that. Let me have a quick read.
Okay. It's someone from the Blackwood Fair. And they apparently they got hit by a sausage and they were in love and it affected their love in some way, and now they're going to meet this woman called Lila Nettles, who lives at 12 Brambleton Alley, and they're going to they were going to meet them at the fountain that I was just at when sun hits the twy, when it gets dark, at the bells. Yeah.
At the end of Saturn's Morn.
At the end of Saturn's Morn. And perhaps that is another romance that we can make flourish. But
I think you need to see this through, so let's have a walk.
Yeah, the two of you begin to head to the market, and we're going to move over to Polly. You arrive at Sun Harbor Library nice and early, and you accompany Aunt Bunny inside, making sure to avoid eye contact with the clerk sitting at the desk, who you recognize as the person who reported your questionable book sorting skills during your apprenticeship, which ultimately got you fired. Aunt Bunny, however, yells out and waves at the clerk. "Good morning, Rosalind!" Rosalind looks up from her desk, and upon seeing you, Polly, she rolls her eyes.
Hi!
"You've got some nerve coming back here, Miss Polly Inkpot."
Hello, Rosalind. Good morning. I have every right to use the library just like anybody else.
It took me 2 whole weeks to resort the Beast Law section after you were done with it. And I never did track down that copy of the Druid's Guide to Creatures Great and Small.
Well, it should have been organized in order of cuteness to begin with anyway. I think my sorting method was much better than this alphabetical nonsense anyway. Look, I'm just here for a book which I would like to check out. I don't know about this druid handbook. I've never seen such a thing before. It's definitely not in my possession, so I can't help with that. And I would like to check out Belt Buckley's latest novel, please.
She pulls out a heavy tome filled with lines upon lines and pages upon pages of tiny handwriting. Like it thumps open. And she browses the pages for several minutes in complete, awkward, uncomfortable silence until she finds what you're looking for. Using her index finger, she points to a particular entry and taps the page smugly.
Well. Looks like your precious Belt Buckley novel was checked out 10 days ago. And now it's 3 days overdue. What a pity.
Well, who checked it out? Why haven't they given it back?
She pulls the book away from you.
I can't divulge confidential secrets to a member of the public.
Well, it's hardly that confidential. It's just a library book. You know, you could tell me, Rosalind. Remember, we shared lunch that one time.
Would you like to roll persuasion with disadvantage?
Yeah. I rolled
Roll a 1.
Literally rolled a 1.
It's library policy, along with our alphabetical sorting system.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'll look for another book. I will just look for an old book that isn't new and isn't a Belt Buckley book. Just over here.
Okay.
And I move slightly further away from the desk, but as I do, I would like to see what she does with that tome, the one filled with the information. Where does she put it?
She puts it under the desk to the right of her, and then turns around and begins loading books into a trolley.
Okay, is my Aunt Bunny around still?
You see her nearby. She's already browsing a little selection of books.
Bunny. Yes, Bunny.
Polly? What's going on, Polly?
Look, see, Rosalind and I don't exactly get along, and I need something from under her desk. So if you wouldn't mind just causing a little ruckus, a little distraction over perhaps in the non-fiction section, then I can get what I need and I can be out of your hair.
Well, you know us Inkpots, dear. Like, there's nothing we can do better than cause a bit of a ruckus.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and she walks over to the back right corner where the fiction section is. You lose sight of her and then just hear a colossal crash as the bookshelf topples to the ground.
Is she okay? Okay, it doesn't matter. This is the distraction I've been waiting for. Can I sneak? Well, I'm assuming that Rosalind goes over
Rosalind is poking her head around the corner. Would you like to roll stealth?
Yes, and I would like to sneak the tome. Non-nat 20.
Non-nat 20, yeah, you sneak, like crouch down, almost like back when you were a wolf, you've kind of learned how to prowl a little bit, sneak up behind her and pull the book as she begins pushing the trolley and is like,
"Are you all right back there?"
Can you roll me an intelligence roll to see how quickly you can scan the information and find it?
Ooh, not very intelligently. That's a 9.
Okay, you have to go through most of these entries scanning down with your fingers because it's so scrawled and tiny. But eventually, you come across the name you're looking for. Belt Buckley. Too Cthulhu, too curious. And it was checked out by Beatrice Lemons of Little Dragon Lane 10 days ago.
Okay, I'd like to leave the book exactly as I found it, and I'll just quickly, on my way out of the library, check that Aunt Bunny wasn't actually crushed by a stack of books.
You see Aunt Bunny stood next to the books, like explaining to Rosalind, like, I don't know what happened. It just fell.
Okay, I'm gonna head out of the library, and I'm gonna head towards Little Dragon Lane.
Cheramy and Haery, we're moving back over to you. On your way to Sun Harbor Market.
Beautiful day, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's always sunny in Sun Harbor, that's what they say, even on a day as depressing as this.
Yeah. I mean, on that topic, actually, so obviously his death seems a little weird, but pigeons don't live that long. Like, how often do you lot up there just kind of...
Well, I'm not
Yes.
sure about parakeets. They are a slightly bigger bird. But in general, they usually we last our 16 years working at the post office, and it's a proud 16 years. But, I mean, obviously there are mishaps at work. Things you can't
Yeah.
expect. Accidents happen, obviously, on the job. I think it's usually like 50-50 on whether a pigeon will live out its entire life in the post office. But also, you don't usually see a proud post bird dying at the office. It is peculiar seeing Patook perish in such a way.
I mean, if you guys typically live to like 16, like, when's retirement for a pigeon? Like, do you even get that, or is it just work till you drop?
I look at Harry with sort of a puzzled look. You're speaking in tongues, sir. We don't get tired unless we've delivered a lot of post.
I'll have to check the book on that one. I'm very intrigued to know.
You round the corner and see the market. You hear it before you see it. Loud voices shouting out their wares, and the crowd is kind of getting thicker and thicker around you. You see the late morning crowds browsing the various market stalls, plenty of fresh local fish and handcrafted goods up for sale.
I say, Harry, could you use that big nose of yours for a second?
Sure. What you want me to do?
I need you to smell for the smell of pickles.
Pickles?
Or eels.
Pickles or eels, right. So you want me to sniff for long, thin things?
Something briny. We're looking for the briny scent.
It's going to be hard with the sea nearby, but sure, let me give it a try.
Yeah, but I trust your nose every day of the week, even weekends.
Okay, that's 10.
10. There's the scent of the sea and all of the fish stalls. You keep getting glimpses of that, but there's just so many smells assailing your nostrils.
Yeah, this is a tricky one, mate.
Well, just point me in a direction. I'll get out of your hair.
I mean, it's like a needle in a haystack, but if I had to guess, it's probably... I'm just going to completely guess here. Probably that way.
While he's busy looking around, I may try and stealth away. Because I don't want to get told off for working with the unsavories, and also, in general, I don't want him to get wrapped up in it as well. I feel bad. I wouldn't want Harry to get, in a spot of bother. Oh my god. It's a 2 for stealth.
Harry, as you're pointing, you see the form of Chèramy kind of trying to sneak away from you, but is just sort of being blocked by the throng of people.
If that's what he wants. 2 peas in a pod.
So I'm sneaking. I'm stealthing and I'm sneaking around.
You think you're being very stealthy. You're not remotely.
I'm heading into the market. I assume it's very overstimulating for me.
It is, yeah. And you search it tirelessly. Every stall has signage, but it all looks the same to you, just unintelligible squiggles.
Are there any seeds?
There's stalls with big sacks of seeds that maybe in your stealth you feel confident grabbing a couple.
I might stick my beak into one of them.
Roll a sleight of beak check.
Beak check. 15 plus 1, 17.
You're so slick with it. Yeah, they do not notice your beak just in and out.
Is this what kind of stall is this? So
This is a store. It's selling.
It's a
It's
seed
selling
store.
grain. It's selling seed. It's
grain.
like a kind of farm and supply store.
Can I see anyone working it after I've nibbled a seed?
There's the very, very, like, the reason they didn't notice you is that they're deep in discussion, haggling over the price of a big bag of grain.
Okay. Is there anyone in the queue for the stall as well that I can
There
turn
is.
to?
There's a line of farmers.
I turn to a farmer. I say, "Lovely seed here, isn't it?"
Yeah, they'll be good farming stuff, yeah.
I don't suppose that. I'll be real. I usually come to the market for seeds, but I'm famished. I could really do with something a bit bigger and slipperier to whet my appetite, and I need something that's like a worm, but bigger for my bigger stature. Don't suppose you know of any eels?
Eels, the eels that they be known over there.
Are you speaking common?
I've been speaking in the way you're speaking.
Over there, was it?
Oh, yeah, that's the eels.
Thank you. I will leave the stall. I'm very confused by the farmers of Sun Harbor, but of course I am. They usually don't like pigeons very much. I will go to the stall. Do I see anyone manning the stall?
You see an old lady. She's kind of squinting. She has the thickest rimmed glasses you've ever seen. And she seems just a little bit like unaware and sort of in her own little world. But yeah, she has a stall full of like pickled onions, pickled shrimp, pickled eggs.
Bloody hell, looks like you love pickling, milady.
Hello, can I help you?
Oh, you certainly can. I'm in the market for a wonderful pickled treat for one of my co-workers at Acorn Express.
Oh, well, you can pickle just about everything.
Can you really?
That's what I say.
Well, let me see what I've got in my box and I'll see if you can pickle it. Hold on. Could you pickle this envelope?
It's quite a long process, but we can definitely begin it.
Do you have any pickling things you could perhaps do to this in the back?
Oh, yes, I can find a jar. And she turns around and you hear her like beginning to pick up jars looking for an empty one.
I will attempt to sneak and stick my big head under the table.
Are you rolling? I guess, is this a stealth?
I'll do a stealth. Roll? Yeah, 13 plus 1, 14.
Okay. You duck under the top of the table and you see there's a sealed box beneath the stall that doesn't look like the rest. It's tightly sealed and marked with symbols that only the Rat Mafia would able to be deciphered. Not that you'd be able to decipher them anyway, even if they were written in plain old common, yeah.
I'm going to try and grab it with my wing, but obviously it's just brush. How heavy is the box? Is it light or is it heavy?
It's pretty heavy, but it's not heavier than anything, you know.
Well, the thing is, I can't grab with my wing, so I'm sort of trying to like scrape it towards me. Does she notice?
Into your backpack. Which is disadvantage. And she rolled a 2. So no, she doesn't hear the box being pushed.
Okay, I get it into my satchel. And I poke my head back up. Is she back?
She turns around and holds out a jar full of briny pickle juice.
With an envelope in it?
It's very, very crusted. And yeah, there's an envelope in it. And she kind of sloshes it around. She's like, 2 copper, dearie.
2 copper? Goodness, do you perhaps do IOUs?
Can you not pay?
So the thing is, my boss usually carries my spending money, and I've never had a week. I've never even really explored the wonders of a Satyrsmorn. I've dressed for the occasion. I've spent all my copper on this wonderful neckerchief, and you notice that he's wearing a wonderful neckerchief. Wouldn't you perhaps treat a bird just exploring himself on a Satyrsmorn?
Well, if you can't pay, and she slams a cane down very loudly. It's like, guards.
I spit on the spot. I'm like, whoa! And as I do that, a few envelopes fling themselves out of my satchel and start to spin around me. And I'm sort of like, as I spin, they catch me, and I'm like, whoa! And I start to spin around as well. Unbeknownst to me, Warding Wind is cast.
Okay, I was wondering where that was going. Please, can you tell me what Warding Wind does?
A Warding Wind is a strong wind, 20 miles per hour, blows around me in a 10-foot radius and moves with me at the center. It deafens you and other creatures in the area. It extinguishes unprotected flames. It hedges out vapors and gas. The area is difficult terrain, and attack rolls of ranged weapon attacks of disadvantage. With this happening around me, I'm going to start running, and it's just going to, like... I'm hoping that the chaos of everything in the market spinning and twirling around me will make it hard for them to follow me.
Poor old Maud. Her voice is cut off as the jars on her stall begin to rattle and shake, and the tablecloth begins to whip. And as you take off, you hear shattering, and you begin running through the market as people are thrown aside as shouts and cries on, but you can't hear it, deafened in this whirling maelstrom. You just see random items going past you. More flying sausages are created as you pass a breakfast.
More romance dashed by a flung sausage.
hear the pained cry of a familiar Scottish dwarf yell as his bratwurst is pulled from his hand, and you whip out of the market, leaving behind chaos in your wake.
I do not know where I am. Where can I try and figure out my bearings?
Okay. Would you like to roll a navigation roll?
That one. Do I get advantage?
You have advantage, yeah, because you're a pigeon.
19.
19! Using your finely tuned navigational skills, you leave the market far behind, pass over the canal, and after taking a shortcut through a narrow alley, you arrive at what you know to be Long Drip Road.
Okay.
Once again, though, you find your lack of reading skills have left you a little lost as to the whereabouts of this page turners.
I mean, I know pages. We've delivered paper. I know book and that. I've not read them, but I've seen the pictures. So I suppose I would start looking for some sort of bookseller.
You do spot a shop with books in the windows, and you're trying to use your pigeon senses, and it doesn't smell like a normal bookshop. It doesn't have that nice, normal, fresh book smell. It smells very musty and damp, and the books in the window display have an odd quality to them.
Can I peer through the window and see who's manning the store?
You see a gnome.
Seeing someone of like my height, I feel a little bit more comfortable going in and having a little chat.
The bell rings as you push the door, and the gnome looks down at you. The strangest looking rat I've ever seen, that's for sure.
Well, I am no man. I'm a crewman. You probably never even put eyes on someone like me, in the same way that I've not put eyes on some of these wonderful books.
Are you here for books? I didn't think pigeons could read.
Well, that is a common misconception, good sir. I am a wise literature enjoyer. And I'm just parroting words that I remember the postmaster of Barnslow saying when he was just teaching me words from the dictionary. Can I attempt to deceive?
You want to deceive into
Yeah.
thinking you can read. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a deception check.
15 plus... Oh, I'm good at deception. 2. 17.
Yeah, 17. You got a natural 20.
Sure you can read there, bud. Yep. Totally. Look, let's just cut to the chase. I'm expecting a delivery, and been looking out for some rat types, and you seem like you might be the type. Are you here to deliver my my new merchandise?
What, you've heard the old saying, pigeons, rats of the sky? Is that what you're saying? You know, we don't like that very much.
Pigeons and rats flock together.
I'm aiming to not flock with them, but I do have the wares as requested, and I will try and like flick it out of me pouch into me other wing.
Okay, the big box. It's a big box.
Big box. And you're like, oh.
And he goes,
My new books. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Wait, what kind of books are they? Am I allowed to see the books? Would it be so wrong for the delivery man to see the things I'm delivering? It's good to know that I'm not delivering anything horrible like bombs or birds killer.
and he goes, well, I was about to crack it open, and you see he pops the box open, and inside you see a dozen or so books. They look fresh and brand new, and they have a fabulous illustration on the front of a robed man with a giant tentacled beast towering over him.
I can't.
But you can't make out the title or the author.
Is it like scary looking font, or is it like hearts and stuff on the font? Look, I'm trying to figure out the vibe of the book.
It's very shiny and glamorous.
Oh, turning over a new leaf, are we, sir? It doesn't seem to line up with the rest of the tomes inside of your shop front.
I'm just selling totally legitimate books.
Well, that's fine by me. Don't suppose you could sign this, because we always get a signature when we deliver.
No.
Sir?
We don't sign. That's not a.
I pull out the badge from my pocket. I say, "Look at the badge. I work at Acorn Express, and I will be getting a signature."
Get out my shop. Get out my shop. This isn't part of the deal.
I cast Child Person. I pull down my sunglasses. I say, "No, you will sign the signature. You will sign it now. This is my job."
He rolled a 17 plus 2, so that is a 19 on his wisdom save.
Okay, I pull down the glasses, and I suddenly can't see very well. What's happening? I'm holding a big badge.
As you can't see very well, you start feeling yourself being shoved towards the door, and he's like,
We don't sign signatures when we're committing crimes.
I was taught to do this from birth. Oh.
The door closes with the ringing of a bell.
My glasses fall to the ground. I look down. They've shattered. I can no longer cast Chumpers.
As you look down, you see a familiar figure passing you back, holding your goggles up to you.
Who was that?
He's leaned up against a vent in a nearby wall, blowing a bubble with his bubble gum.
You made the drop. Now forget about it.
I will try my best, Vinny. Don't suppose you got the info I need as well. I feel I've not got the signature and everything's going wrong for me today. Patook's dead, Vinny.
You settled your debt, but we can reopen your tab. That's your guy. Knows everything there is to know about carrier birds.
And he gestures back down the street, just a few doors down from the bookshop, towards a house with a sturdy reinforced door, and all but one of the windows are barred, except at the very top of the building where a small window is wide open.
Do I recognize this place? Or
You don't, but looking up at the window, you look back down towards Vinny, and he's gone again.
Oh, but Vinny, what about the tab? The tab, Vinny.
And we're going to move over to Polly. Polly, it's around lunchtime when you find your way to Little Dragon Lane, in an area of Sun Harbor you've never visited before. It's a narrow street made up of small terraced houses and a few shop fronts. A young woman emerges from the front door of a nearby home and locks it behind her.
Beatrice? Beatrice Lemons?
She turns to look at you and is, oh, no, I'm not Beatrice, but if you're looking, she works just down the road at the McMuffin Burger.
Oh, of course, yes. Thank you very much. I'd like to go down the road to find the
first
McMuffin
lady
burger.
that you saw that she was Beatrice. Yeah, you head down the lane and you notice a shop front most unlike the others. The signage is painted in garish colors and the shop window is almost entirely covered by a mural of an adorable muffin sandwiched between two bread buns, rather horrifically. There's a small queue of patrons waiting to be served by the sole person working behind the counter. A young woman in a similarly garish uniform matching the exterior signage. Her name tag reads Beatrice.
Okay. How many patrons? Lots of patrons.
Like,
big queue.
Big queue.
Okay, I'm just gonna squeeze past everybody and jump to the front of the queue. Sorry, excuse me, sorry.
Just pushing them out of the way. They're kind of just startled silence, yeah.
I would like to lean over the counter, pushing away whoever was currently ordering food.
Now you see Beatrice, she's very red in the face, looks very stressed. She's kind of like hurrying around the kitchen. You get the idea that maybe she's not supposed to be the only person working here.
Oh, Beatrice.
I'll be with you in a moment.
You look
one
kind of busy. There's just one thing I need. It's about a book.
Maybe later. I just gotta, I've got to cook all these burgers and all these nuggets and sorry. We can talk later maybe.
Can I help make it quicker?
Screw it. Yes, please. Just go back there and start preparing the McMuffin burgers, as many as you can.
Burgers.
Just flip some burgers.
Me making the burgers? Yes, of course. If that's gonna get me the book quicker, I would like to go back into the kitchen. And what is a McMuffin burger? What does it look like again?
Actually, would you like to roll a nature check?
I've got good nature, but 9.
Yeah, you don't recognize what type of meat this is, but it's definitely not muffin. It actually smells a little bit fishy, but it is split into these small, rather gross-looking patties.
Ew. Okay, well, I start flipping them or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Would you like to roll a sleight of hand roll to see how successful you are at cooking these?
Oh, 10.
10. Considering you've never worked a fast food job in your life, but as you're kind of going through, you do lose track. Maybe some of the burgers have 2 or 3 McMuffin patties, while other burgers have none.
Oh.
Beatrice pops her head through the kitchen serving hatch. We need 15 McMuffin burgers. How many have we got? And her eyes widen in horror as she looks at the complete mess you've created in this very tiny kitchen. The walls are covered in a ketchup explosion. The floor is littered with lettuce. And a giant jar of pickles lays empty with 200 or so pickles laid out on the counter. And in the middle of all of this mess is an assortment of McMuffin burgers.
Orders up!
Beatrice sighs in despair and ushers you out of the kitchen space and says, I tell you what, just serve these customers while I prepared the food. Do you think you can do that? You just ask them what they want and write down their orders and pass them back here. You got it?
Yes, I am proficient in people handling, so I can do this.
The first customer peering over the counter is a very sturdy dwarf with a big orange beard. Would you like to give me an intelligence roll?
Why's my intelligence so low? 15.
15. You recognize from his grease-stained shirt and his infamous bandana, you recognize this dwarf from the Blackwood Fair. This is none other than Durin Greasefist, the sausage slayer.
He knows his way around a sausage.
He goes, I was going to have a sausage, and then it got torn out of my hand by some big whirlwind tornado. So I thought I'd settle for a burger. It'd be a large McMuffin meal with fries and meat.
Yes, my large McMuffin meal coming up. 1 patty. I write that down and I throw it on back there to the kitchen for Beatrice to make. Yep. Next, please. Next customer.
An elven lady with long blonde hair says, regular McSnabbage nugget meal with fries and an Earl Grey tea for me, please.
Oh, that's quite disgusting. What?
I beg your pardon?
I don't think the tea is gonna be nice with the nuggets. Are you sure you want the nuggets?
Do you want me to eat here?
Not really, no. I kind of want you all gone.
I would never eat in this place again. And she turns and leaves the restaurant.
Even better. Next.
A little kid with his mum wanders up and goes, dragon sausage and dragon egg McMuffin and ketchup for me, please.
Absolutely. Just for you, little guy. I'll write that one down. I'll throw that one back. I don't know what's in the sausage burger, but I'm sure it's delicious. You're gonna love it. Next, please.
And next, this big Goliath stoops under the doorway and comes stomping into the room and goes, 6 Owlbear Burger Happy Meals, please.
6? That's gonna take forever.
Yes, and I expect 6 toys.
Well, how about three meals and I'll give you 9 toys instead?
I only really buy them for the toys. You got yourself a deal.
Got it. Thank you.
You've actually cleared the line, and Beatrice whips up the orders with incredible speed, and you hand them over to the customers, who promptly leave the establishment with their food in hand. And as the lunch crowd disperses, only one customer remains standing in the shop.
Hello, what are you doing here? Please leave.
I ordered ketchup, and there's no ketchup in here. Mummy, tell her I want the ketchup. He wants the ketchup.
Yes. Ketchup? Where's the ketchup? Is the ketchup around here?
Pipes up from the kitchen. There's no more ketchup thanks to you. You've sprayed it all over the walls of my kitchen. Well, I'm not leaving until I get my ketchup.
Oh, I'd like to use the condiment jar.
Use the condiment jar.
The magical condiment jar.
Okay. Yeah, you take out your condiment jar and think, I'm assuming very strongly of ketchup.
I'm manifesting ketchup right now. Filling the jar with ketchup.
And
then
yeah.
I'll dump it in this kid's.
Just dump the whole jar.
Dump the entire jar of ketchup into this child's hands.
The kid just looks at you in bewilderment.
There you go. There's your ketchup. Enjoy.
And starts to walk away.
Well, can't say I'm not proficient at handling people.
Beatrice sort of leans against the counter and runs a rag against her forehead and is like, sorry, you wanted to talk to me about something?
Yes, finally. There's a book. You checked out a book from the library. Belt Buckley's latest novel, Too Cthulhu, Too Curious, and it's overdue, and I'm just here to collect on behalf of the library. They asked me to come here and collect it from you ASAP so that some other lovely person may now read the book.
I'm really sorry, but I don't actually have the book anymore. I loaned it to a friend. Here, I'll write down the details, and you can collect it and tell them I sent you.
I got ketchup and all kinds of mysterious sauces all over me for nothing.
You're covered. Your day off clothes, unfortunately, they were very white. Now have a few
No.
different stains on them.
Grandma Sue's gonna have a nightmare getting this out of my clothes.
She writes down the details of her friend onto a notepad and tears the page away and hands it to you. And she says, just a heads up, he's a bit of a hermit and a conspiracy nut, and he won't answer the door unless you use the special knock. And she demonstrates. Sorry, that's the most I can do for you. I need to get out of here and replace all that ketchup before the dinner rush starts. And she hurries out the door, forgetting to lock it, and just rushes down the street.
Oh, okay. I'd like to read whatever's on the envelope, and that's
Okay.
where I'm going.
That's where you're going. Okay.
Going after my book.
Yeah, we can. We'll end with you heading towards the address on your piece of paper. Chèramy, you approach the oddly secured building that Vinny directed you towards. It's a small brick terraced house with a heavily reinforced front door, and all but one of the windows are barred, except at the very, very top of the building where a small window is wide open.
Bloody hell! Someone doesn't want anyone getting in or out of this house. And Vinny told me that it was a guy that knows about birds.
He said that's the guy who knows a lot about birds.
Well, I do need to figure out what happened to Patook. I can't sleep knowing Patook, his death is unsolved.
It's been really traumatic.
You've built this for me to go through the window, but I don't think Chèramy would do that because we are used to we always knock first. So I think I will go up to the big iron door, and I would like to do the knock that I've been watching Haery do for the past week. I'm really gonna try and replicate it as best I can.
Okay.
And with a real load of oomph. And as I do this, does anything happen?
Nothing happens.
Okay, no, I'm asking.
You're cast
With me, does anything happen?
You feel a strange rush of energy through your feathers as you knock very, very loudly and very, very strongly on this door, and you hear a thunk.
And is the door open?
No.
It doesn't, but I hear the thunk. Okay. Has a spell slot been used? Should I mark this?
Spell slot has been used as you cast the knock spell.
I have cast knock. I've cast knock unknowingly, to those who do not know. I hear that, and I'm like, maybe someone's letting me in. Hello! And I'll push the door.
Still locked shut.
Is there a handle or anything?
Yeah, there's a handle, and you try the handle, and you try to pull the door. It is still seemingly locked.
Well, this is not what I thought would happen. Okay. But I heard a clunk.
Yeah. Of a lock.
And I wouldn't know what's going on. So I'm assuming it's still... I guess I'm assuming it's still locked. I guess I'll fly up. No, I'm gonna give it a bigger kick. I'm gonna give it a bigger kick. Because I've heard that lock go. Clearly someone wants me in there. Someone's clearly unlocked that door from the inside.
Do you want to give me a strength roll as you kick and attack this door?
I will. 19 plus strength 2, I think. 21.
It's a ferocious kick. It is as strong as your little pigeon body can muster. But this door is so reinforced and strong and metal. It barely gives.
Barely give, but it gives.
It shakes a little bit.
It shifts?
Yeah.
Okay. I think at this
seem any
point,
more open.
clearly I say, well, fine then. I'll come in the other way. And I will start to fly up to the open window.
You fly up to the open window, and looking through the small window, you see what appears to be an aviary. Within sits a beautiful bird of paradise, slowly preening its feathers. The light catches its jet black plumage and turns it glossy like polished obsidian, and every movement is poised and theatrical. The bird fans its tail feathers, fully aware that it is being admired.
Goodness, I'm enamored. For a moment, I forget all about Patook. And I say, actually, the male feather. Is it usually the male that have the preened feather? I'm going to say, hello, buddy.
Hello.
Well, answers my question.
My name's Terrence. What's yours?
My name is Chèramy. Sounds like we've got something almost in common.
What is it, Terrence? What's got your feathers all ruffled? A young man rushes into the room. He's got tousled golden hair, and he enters the attic and approaches the beautiful bird, offering an outstretched finger, which Terrence happily flits over and perches on. His gaze still fixed at you through the window, and the man follows his gaze and it's like, are you a pigeon of some kind? I've never seen a pigeon like that before.
No, you've probably never seen a creature like me. I'm a whole new beast, a grumman. May I come in and make your acquaintance? You seem well acquainted with the avian persuasion.
Come in. Of course. And he like pushes open the window fully so you can fit inside.
Here, shake my wing.
He shakes it really enthusiastically and is like,
Chèramy, quite the setup you've got here, Terrence. I say in avian now. I'm no longer speaking in common.
Okay.
I spoke to the man in common. I'm switching back now to
Okay.
bird.
Yeah, well, he's like, he's pretty fond of birds, this chap, you know. He bred some of the finest around.
Well, no finer than the postmaster of Barnslow. I'm sorry.
I-
I was one of the finest in the far west.
He has, like, you can probably trace your lineage back to his flock.
This man,
This is Oscar Leek.
Oscar Leek. Do I know an Oscar Leek?
Would you like to roll me a history check?
I heard of him in the annals of the history books of birds. 6 plus minus 1, it's a 5. I've not heard of Oscar.
Okay.
I know no Oscar Leek, but I know my father, Aberforth, was bred down from a strong line of racing pigeons before he became a carrier. Perhaps this Oscar Leek fellow bred him.
He's bred all kinds of pigeons over the years. I'm sure he would be involved, yes.
But you're no pigeon, are you?
I'm not. I'm a wonderful bird of paradise. Can't you
bird
tell
of
by
paradise.
my wonderful plumage?
I am impressed. I sort of ruffle my larger tail out behind me, as I am in fact a grumman. So scale-wise, it would be bigger. And I say, obviously, it's nothing compared to mine, but I'm very impressed. A bird of your stature with a plumage like that, you have been kept well.
Might I ask what's bringing you here to my fine home?
Well, I'd actually like to ask you some questions, but I'm wary that he might be listening. This is some bird communication we need to have.
He would probably know more than me. I don't really go many places and do many things.
Yeah, you don't know parakeets?
We don't keep any parakeets up here. No, I'm the only more. He actually, he usually breeds pigeons.
He is more of a pigeon guy, very interesting. Well, perhaps I will speak to him then. My voice has got posh because I'm speaking to somewhat of a more premium lineage, but I will go back to me northern sensibilities now. Thank you. I turn to, what was his name? Oscar. I say, Oscar.
Hello.
You got those seeds for me?
I do. Yes. And he holds out the most wonderful selection of seeds you've ever seen in your
You
pigeon
do
life.
treat your birds right, Oscar.
And he's like, well, you have to treat your birds right, you see, because the government, you know, they're trying to put things in the seeds, and they're gonna pigeons will be extinct in a few years if they have their way.
They're trying to put things in the seed.
Trying to poison this and the water. They're putting things in the
Bloody
wells.
hell, Oscar! I love seed.
They've been putting
You
things
don't
in
think
the
that's what
seeds,
killed-
putting things in the well. It's to control us all. It's to charm our minds into being complicit and
Oh bloody hell!
subservient.
That wouldn't affect the postal industry, would it?
Well, you can't trust those human delivery couriers. There's too many of them are too curious. They possess the trait of curiosity, peeking inside parcels when they shouldn't. You see,
I know. Tell me about it. I've been dealing with it the past week.
They would never do
No.
that, would you?
No. I mean, look at me right here on my leg. I've got this wonderful letter strapped here, and in this satchel I've got a whole nother one that I'm trying to deliver, but I would never look inside.
That's why I created carrier pigeons to circumvent the flaws of human delivery couriers.
You created carrier pigeons.
I created carrier pigeons, and might I say, like this next generation of I don't know what has happened, but you seem to be rather large and the perfect fusion of maybe human and pigeon.
Thank you, but this is no work of the Postal Service. This was a hag's doing. I'm one of a kind. There's no others like me, Oscar.
I might have to pay a visit to some hags, but
Be careful.
Someone's after my courier pigeon tech. They're trying to steal my brain to harvest the valuable information directly.
You seem. Can I vibe check him? Insight check him? Does he
check
seem
him.
well in his head?
Would you like to roll an insight check?
Yeah, 3 + 2, 5.
He seems to be very excited and to love pigeons. He really
But
loves
in
pigeons.
regards to his fear of the government, does this seem? I mean, he seems very genuine, I suppose.
You're kind of eating up what he's saying.
I am. I was going to say, I'm eating his seeds and I'm eating up his words as well.
He all of these things make sense to you now.
Yeah,
right?
I'm like,
Great seed
so
conspiracy.
if they're messing with our seeds, you don't think that could have happened to one of the birds already? Because one of my best friends, Patook, he died today, and I can see no injuries on him. He just died right outside the freaking perch.
I just might think that perfectly. That's just the perfect example of what's been happening. Did all of that start before or after the morning bells? The morning bells actually age you every time you hear them. There's no such thing as a natural aging process. They age us artificially to keep the population numbers controlled.
Bloody hell, Oscar! I'm aging so quickly. I've only got 16 years in me.
Don't get me wrong.
Don't start eating seeds stressfully. I'm just like...
And you know how pigeons, you love to perch on a statue, and speaking of
I
statues,
do.
most of the statues in the city are just that, statues, except the ones that aren't. I don't know what they are, but they're definitely sentient.
What? That doesn't make... Why would they make sentient statues? That's just horrible.
Before Oscar can regale you and traumatize you more with any of his conspiracies, there's a strange melodic knock at the door. Oscar listens out carefully, and once the knocking stops, he announces, "That must be Beatrice. Why, I thought she'd be working today. I must see what she wants." And he rushes downstairs towards the door, and you hear like a thunk, click, click as many locks are undone.
Oh, I see. What's happened there? Okay.
I missed one of the locks. It's already... Want to be that again. And the door opens a crack, and you hear a woman's voice speaking with Oscar. And after a little back and forth, Oscar unlatches one final chain, and peeking down the stairs, the door opens fully to reveal the person standing on the doorstep to be Polly Inkpot.
Polly freaking Inkpot at my doorstep.
Chèramy, what are you doing here?
Hi, Polly. I've come to visit this wonderful man, Oscar. He's telling me how apparently there's dodgy stuff in the seeds and the government's making sentient statues, and apparently every time the bells ring, I'm aging a day, Polly. We have to stop the bells, Polly. And apparently he invented carrier pigeons. He's like me god or something. I don't know what's going on, Polly. And I'm just eating seeds. Oscar, tell her all the things you told me.
Do you not know about the aging bells? We don't age. The only thing, aging's not a natural process. The bells, and you hear them every time, and every time
and the
you hear them,
seeds thing. Tell her the seeds thing.
And the seeds, they're using the seeds to control the pigeons' minds.
Control our freaking minds, Polly.
Think about it. Every
Right.
day you get older, right? Because every day you hear the bells.
And is there a way to reverse this?
We've got to stop the bells.
I don't know if that's a good idea. How would we know when it's morning and when it's afternoon and when it's evening?
When it's bright and when it's dark, of course.
What if you haven't got eyes?
The sun being pulled across the sky by the god and being chased by the wolves. That's all completely made up. It's those sun wizards have created an artificial ball for us to worship.
Well, I'd love to think about this more after I've tucked into a good novel. I think that would calm me down from all this horror that's going on. You do still have the book somewhere here, right?
Oh,
Sir?
a book? That was Beatrice's knock. No, a book. She did lend me a book. It's in here somewhere, and you see that.
Oh, thank goodness.
His house is a tip of just books and newspaper articles with like string and thread going between them. And he's like, come in. You can hang around here while I look around and meet this wonderful pigeon human hybrid. The perfect courier has been created.
Hello, Polly.
Hi, Chèramy.
God,
How are you doing today?
Not bad. I've said that. Me Saturday not really gone great. Me best friend's dead.
The postmaster?
No, not the postmaster.
Oh,
Freaking
sorry.
Patook. You don't know Patook?
Who's Patook?
He
You've
was
never
the
spoken of him
second biggest
before.
bird in the aviary, Polly. He was that big, colourful one that occasionally flew out. He delivered the like padded parcels that were heavier.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I know. I'm actually going to need your help putting him to rest later. A lovely the cleaner. He's going to put him in a box for us,
I
and we're
would
going to.
love to attend his funeral.
Thank you. If you could actually say a few words, because I don't know that many.
I'll write something nice.
That'd be good. Thank you. What are you doing with your day? What are you doing here? Are you
Well,
learning
I'm
about
just-
carrier pigeons?
No. I'm just trying to track down a book that I've been hoping to read. It's a Belt Buckley novel, the latest.
Oh, you mentioned him before. Yeah.
Yeah, he's my ffavorite novelist. Writes some
well-
very exciting and quite risque novels.
Oh, one day he'll have to read it to me. It'd be nice to learn some fancier words.
Maybe I could read a passage at Patook's funeral.
Well, he would have liked it. He was a bit of a romantic. I actually gave him my tide arbor rope. He only had 2 days with it.
That's who
bless
that
him.
was for.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to have to find a new person to give it to next year. Terrible run of luck for old Chèramy.
Oh, I hope you find another bird soon. So about that book, Oscar.
Yeah, so you followed him through while you're talking to a cramped study, which, just walls lined with overflowing bookshelves, and he's searching the shelves and flinging books over his shoulder, and he goes, aha! And he exclaims, he pulls out a book, and he notices the illustrated dragons adorning the cover. It's not the book that you were looking for, and he goes, there's one thing this book never got right. No single mention of the invisible sky dragon that passes right over our heads multiple times a day.
Okay, yeah, we've had enough of these conspiracy theories, please. Sir, there's just a book.
Just
We're losing daylight here.
Oh, the book,
Dragons?
and he goes back to searching his bookshelf, and just then, there's another knock at the door. 3 knocks, then silence. Oscar ignores it, continuing to look through the books, until 3 more knocks occur. He then strides over to some kind of periscope contraption bolted into the ceiling of the study, and he peers through the lens. It's just my bread delivery. Oh, look at that. You follow his gaze, and sitting on top of a stack of books is the library book you've been searching for, Polly. A wizard with loads of tentacles all around it. And Oscar retrieves it and hands it to you. Can you
Gimme.
please roll me an insight check as
Yes.
it?
Oh, okay. I've got insight 16.
Okay. He hands it to you with a little hesitation. There's an odd look in his eye, a knowing look.
Thank you so much, but please no spoilers. Thank you. Just give me the book.
Do I recognize this book?
You've seen this book quite recently, in fact, many copies of it.
Yeah, well, why are you on a hunt for this specific one, Polly? They sell this next door.
What? No, this is the new book. There's only one copy in the library, and now I finally have it. I can finally go and relax, find a nice place to read this under the sun and enjoy it. And I'll see you at work on Monday after I'm done with the book. But no spoilers, please. La 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 la.
But Polly,
And I'm walking away now
Polly,
with my
Polly,
I might need your help, Polly.
Polly.
Polly! She's gone.
Polly is gone, leaving you and Oscar alone, at which point, as though on cue, Oscar's stomach lets out a loud growl. Please excuse me, I haven't yet had my lunch. Chèramy, I couldn't help but over here. I'm so sorry to hear about your dear friend Patook. Have any other birds gone missing since this morning?
Is there... Sorry, I'm just got distracted by the moofing in your tummy, making that loud noise.
Yeah, I really must ask you to leave before my rumbly tummy embarrasses any further. But you said some other birds had been going missing potentially.
Well, no, I mean, all the birds in the aviary were mysteriously missing this morn, but Patook's the only one that I'm super worried about because obviously he's dead. So,
I mean,
that's my priority is figuring out why.
I think I'm on the verge of cracking this missing carrier pigeon case. That just must be something we're missing. Would you mind maybe popping back to going to check the aviary and see if any of the birds have returned?
Could you tell me the time?
It's around 1 p.m. and he's looking at like a load of clocks on the wall that are all
Okay.
showing different.
So I can
different-
still get...
These are the different time zones of Sun Harbor. You see, there's actually 24 different time zones in Sun Harbor. So
Of course there is, Oscar. I'll be back when I've found out more
yes,
information.
please return. Do return if you find anything else.
And I'll carry that information to you because that's what you made us
You're
to
the
do.
perfect carrier pigeon. Of course. I'm gotta eat. I've gotta eat. Ushers you out of the door and slams it.
Goodbye, Oscar.
As you hear the door slam, in Oscar's rush, you only hear one just of a bolt. There's a few passers-by staring at you awkwardly as you're kind of shoved out onto the street. Only then do you realize you actually recognize one of them. Meanwhile, Harry, it took you all morning, but you're finally able to track down the infamous McMove-In burger joint. By now, lunch has been and gone, and your stomach is starting to growl at you. It's down a narrow lane lined with small houses and a few shops where you find it, and it looks quiet and empty, and outside it lay a few dozen burger wrappers.
So the whole restaurant's deserted.
It looks pretty empty.
Oh. Can I have a little wander up? How can I peer through the door and see if it's actually open yet, or are they just
Yes.
not started for the day?
Would you like to give me an investigation roll?
A little bit better. So that's 11 plus 3, 14.
14. Peering through the window, there's no activity inside. There's nothing on the counter besides a tiny notepad, and notably, the kitchen behind the counter looks like a huge mess.
So does it look abandoned, or is it just like it's just closing hours?
Yeah, there's no one in there. But I mean, it's daytime. There should usually be someone.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Can I just try and potter up and knock on the door? I'm going to see if I can feign a delivery to get someone's attention if there's anybody in there.
Okay. Yeah. You knock on the door and there's no answer from inside. In fact, the door actually, as you kind of rest your fist against it, kind of slightly sways.
Oh, it's open. Oh, I would like to toddle inside.
Okay. You head inside, and it's pretty much the same as what you saw through the window. A notepad on the counter and a messy kitchen.
Hello? Anybody here? Delivery?
No reply.
I mean, I guess first thing I'll do is I'll have a nosy at that notepad just because it sticks out like a sore thumb in this room.
Would you like to give me an investigation roll?
Yeah. Yeah, that is 12.
12. There are red smears and fingerprints all over the counter and the till. And on the notepad itself, you can clearly see the indentation of something that was written on the previous page, which has now been torn away.
Could I try and bring out some of my wax?
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if I can almost like rest that on there and just kind of gently press it with some kind of flat object that's nearby to almost try and take an imprint and see whether when I turn that over, whether it's legible.
Would you like to make, we'll give you an advantage on your investigation roll using this method.
Okay, sure. We've got 14 and a off the table and a 2, so 14.
14. You create essentially a stamp of this, and stamping it back down on the paper, you clearly read the only bits where the wax wasn't pressed, the name Oscar Leek, and the address 54 Long Drip Road.
54 Long Drip Road, Oscar Leek. And sorry, can you describe to me again? So did you say there was, what was it? It was red on red, but what was it? Did you say
red smeared fingerprints and just red smears on the counter or some kind of liquid.
Can I discern whether they're blood? Like, are they darkening on the edges, or does it look more like ketchup, seeing as we're in a burger joint?
It definitely could be ketchup.
It could be. I don't like could be's. Okay, sure. And is this red stuff trailing or dripping off to anywhere else, or is it quite isolated to here? Does it stem from the kitchen or
It
no?
stems from the kitchen. The kitchen looks like a culinary bomb has gone off. Various ingredients have been emptied out of their containers. An entire pickle jar has been emptied and the contents laid out on the counter. A wonky health and safety sign hangs from the wall, knocked askew. And a bunch of orders on little note papers are strewn around. The handwriting on them looks vaguely familiar, actually, but you can't quite place it. And besides that, the only other thing that really draws your attention is, as a stickler for the rules, is a wonky health and safety sign that reads, kitchen staff must wear appropriate attire at all times, no high heels, no exposed toes, talons, or paw pads.
Oh, okay. That's a lot of information right there. I guess first and foremost, can I take one of the order notes, like whichever one looks the least consequential to have gone missing, even though I'm pretty sure these orders have come and gone in that duration, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just because that handwriting may prove to be of some use.
You find some similar handwriting, and the order note reads 3 Owlbear Burger Happy Meals plus 9 toys.
9 toys. Jeez, these kids are greedy these days. Oh my goodness. I guess my only lead right now is maybe to try and follow along to this Oscar Leakert Long Drip. Was it Long Drip Lane?
54 Long Drip Road.
Yeah, I suppose I'm probably going to have to head there. Like on my way out, I would probably try to not barricade, but try and make the premises look closed, but not as obviously abandoned as it is.
You can just flip the open close sign on your way out, I think.
Yeah, let's do that, just so it's less apparent. Because this time of day, people would be expecting to come and get a burger, and if the lights are off and nobody's home, that's a bit peculiar.
Harry, you set off towards 54 Long Drip Road. You've taken your time to study a few Sun Harbor maps before your arrival and in your downtime since you've been here. So would you like to give me a wisdom check with advantage to test those navigational skills?
Sure. We got a 13 and a 10, so that's going to be 16.
Using this newfound wisdom, you're able to navigate an optimal route to 54 Long Drip Road.
Very good.
As you arrive, you are met with a dramatic scene. A large birdman being thrown out of a door, which is promptly slammed and locked behind him.
Oh, God. Chèramy, what have you done, mate?
Harry, you're back.
Wait, I'm back. Where did you go?
Well, I was in the market purchasing briny treats, and I got you this gift. And I pull out a pickled letter. I pass it to her. I say, "This is a treat I got made for you, Harry, as a Saturn's-born gift."
I'm sorry, a pickled letter? What do you mean?
Yep, it's a letter in a pickled jar, Harry. Please take it.
Sure. I'm just gonna
It is a gift for us having a great first week together.
Is that something people do? They just pickle things that they think the other person likes?
It's a
Is that
thing I
Sun Harbor
do,
thing?
Harry. It's a thing that Chèramy does now.
Is this a Barnslow tradition, or is
Yes.
this is a Cherryism?
It could be either, or you can decide.
Am I supposed to be able to read this, or is it going to be stuck in liquid forever?
You mustn't open it. That's the most important thing of all.
Oh, God. Well, this is just like last week all over again.
It's a mystery, isn't it? Isn't it a nice mystery? Yes.
I suppose so. I'm just going to pop that in
Pop
my
it in your
satchel.
bag. Yeah, I was just visiting this lovely man named Oscar, who apparently invented carrier pigeons, and apparently the seeds are controlling our minds as well. He said, and then I'm currently just trying to figure out why lovely Patook, bless his soul, perished. So, and he said for me to go back to the aviary and see what's what. So I was just about to do that.
You see, Harry, that this door that he has just come out of is marked 54.
Right. So this is definitely where I was supposed to be going.
I can introduce you if you want. Like, he's a lovely chap. He's really good with birds.
I mean, it didn't really look like it, but maybe he's a little bit nicer to rabbits. Did he have a reason to throw you out? Like, were you in there when you shouldn't have been?
He didn't throw me out.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, he was just rushing me away. Yeah. The thing is, he was very hungry, he said. He said, "I'm very hungry." And then he said, "You must go, get out of it." But he's very stressed about the government, he is, because of the invisible dragons.
Right. I mean, I feel like I should speak to him. I think I might have some business with him, but...
Well, come on then,
given
I'll
me
introduce you. Come with me, Harry. Oscar! I'm going to knock on the door again.
Are you knocking on the door the way you first knocked on the door?
So the thing is, I have now used all my level 2 spell slots, so I can't knock the way that I did the first time.
Okay.
God, you've been a busy bird today.
In that case, you knock on the door and there is no reply.
Fiddle-dee-dee. The thing is he's very conscious of keeping the dangerous people out, Harry. So I might fly up and speak to his other birds up there and see if they can let you in from the inside, all right?
Sure. Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, I only really had one question for him.
Oh, well, I'll get him to come to the door. He's very friendly. He just was hungry, was all he said. He said his tummy sounded like an angry muffin. A muffin in heat. Just like when Polly did that noise at the festival.
Did he say what kind of food he likes eating?
No, he just sounded hungry.
Okay. Just random question. What's his footwear of choice?
Look at his dogs, Haery. I was looking at his wonderful smile.
As you two are talking about footwear, a police officer arrives, dressed in the uniform of the Royal Guard. He's like, well, what are you two chaps doing loitering outside this home?
Sorry? We're not loitering, we're visiting a friend. This is Oscar's home.
I don't see a friend answering the door.
Well, that's because we haven't knocked yet. Look, I'll do it like this. Mr. Leek, just had a quick question about something. Can you come outside for a moment? I'm sure he'll be with us in a minute.
We always call our friends by their title, like Mr. Miss. He calls me Mr. Chèramy. He's Mr. Haery.
There is no reply from inside, and this guy crosses his arms.
Well, no, I was just in there. You don't have to cross your arms at me, sir. I respect authority just like the next crewman.
I'll tell you what. I am going to take a stroll around the block, and if I come back, you better either be in that home or somewhere else.
And what exactly will happen if we're not?
Well, loitering on doorsteps, disorderly conduct we could throw in on account of maybe a bit of a disrespect of my authority, carries a 25 gold fine. And he closes his book and he's like, hopefully we won't run into each other again.
Well, hopefully you'll head down to the McMuffin round the way and go find out why it's abandoned.
Haery?
I might go just check that out. And he marches off down the road.
I've given him a lead. That's going to give us some more time.
Oh, I just thought you were being a sassy bunny.
Well, I kind of was, but I needed him off our case.
I don't think was he even on our case. I think he was just a regular police officer.
He said he was going to charge us 25 gold. Of course he was on our case.
Oh, well, we weren't loitering on a doorstep.
You might borrow Miss Polly's money. I can't afford to just give some up. That'd be 25 each. Do you have 50 gold?
I don't have 50 gold. Let me go get Oscar, because we're wasting time. Every second he's walking to that restaurant, we're losing precious seconds. And of course, every time the bell tolls, we age, Haery. Every time the bell... Goodness.
Oh, don't do that. I
start flying. The Terrence, may I come in?
Yeah, you can come in.
Thank you, Chair. It's very kind. I've got a friend down there that really wants to meet Oscar. He's a friendly chap. He's actually got big ears. And he only eats, like, veggies and the like, so we're pretty safe.
Terrence is, like, disinterestedly, like, preening themselves. And they're like, I mean, just you can go let him in then, I guess.
You're right with me going down?
I just stay up here.
Thanks, Terrence. I'll start wandering down. I'll let Haery in if I can.
Yeah, you undo the one bolt and let Haery inside. And the home is exactly as you left it, Chèramy. The study is cramped and disorganized and...
Oscar? Mr. Leek? It's me, Chèramy, once again, your prized bird. I've just brought a friend to say hello. He was popping by as I was leaving. It was like a meet cute.
From where you're stood, you can see Oscar sort of seemingly hunched over the kitchen table, but you can't see more than that.
Oscar, he's probably getting something to eat. He was famished. Oscar! And I walk up to him. I walk up to the table.
Oscar is slumped over the kitchen table.
Oscar? I push him with a feather.
He kind of falls to one side, clutching a sandwich in one hand with a book in the other.
And does he look okay?
He's not responding to you.
Oscar! Can I check the sandwich? Did it have any dodgy seeds in it?
The sandwich
Check his pulse, Haery!
Okay, if you want to check his pulse, that would be a medicine check. And if you want to check the sandwich, then...
We'll do both at once.
I got to remember what the manual said. Don't use your thumb or you'll be dumb. That's what it said in the manual. Right. And what was that? Medicine. Is 18.
Okay, an 18. He is dead as a dodo.
Freaking got him, Haery! And I'll check the sandwich. The government, Harry. It's a nat 20 on the sandwich check. Nat 20 on the sandwich check.
Are you checking
Go
the
on.
sandwich? A simple cheese and pickle sandwich.
I pull it apart to see if there's any seeds in there. Is there seeds in the pickles?
You do detect the faintest whiff of seeds and find a single sesame seed on the
No.
bread of the sandwich.
Harry, duck below the counter with me. Down below the counter. Next to the corpse of Oscar, bless his soul. I've lost 2 good men today, Harry. I can't lose another.
Can you at least shut his eyes? It's freaking me out.
Yes, I'll do the same thing I
Or,
did to...
or I'll shut my eyes. Either
No,
or.
it's fine. I'll do the same
No.
thing I did to Patuk earlier, where I put a feather over and close his eyes.
You've got to explain this pickle thing. Like, I don't understand it. Pickles seem to be really prominent today.
I didn't think they were, Harry, and suddenly it's all starting to tie together. Look, I was working for the Rat Mafia very briefly on my Saturn's morn, okay?
Today?
Today, on Saturn's morn. I figured no delivery today, I'll have a day off. Suddenly Patuk's dead, Vinny rolls up, and I've got to deliver some stuff for the Rat Mafia. I take a parcel from the old pickle lady, I deliver it to the bookshop next door. Suddenly, the Rat Mafia guy turns up. He's like, "Go talk to this guy in this aviary." I walk in here. Oscar talks to me. He says, "The government's controlling us with seeds, Harry. The government's controlling us with seeds. They're in our freaking minds, Harry." And now what do we find? Oscar dead. 5 seconds after I've spoken to him, seeds on his bun. I would say we should usually tell that policeman about this body in here, but Oscar was very clear. Government is sketchy. He said
Yeah.
the seeds are bad. Maybe we should take a sample or something. Maybe we can ask Polly. I know she doesn't like plants, but she might know something about it.
Let's at least take 1 or 2, yeah.
You have a little pot you can put it in. If only we had a condiment jar.
As you go to get some seeds, you find that the majority of the seeds that you're picking off are off this loaf of bread that is wrapped in baking paper, and there's a bakery name printed across it and a sticky delivery label attached.
Someone's delivered this. Was it Acorn? Harry, read the thing.
This has evidently been delivered by Troll Trail on behalf of Dusty Buns Bakery.
Oh.
And Harry, actually, you passed a bakery on your way over here, just a couple streets away. You were almost tempted in by the heavenly scent of a fresh carrot cake, but you were on a mission.
Basically, mate, it's from the bakery, but they use Troll Trail.
Oh, a very
How have-
disreputable bakery then. What's its name?
Well, it's not far from here. We got to head to Dusty Buns.
Dusty Buns, you say?
Yeah, Dusty Buns Bakery is where this is from. So I suppose we can go and try and find out who made it. I mean, the bread, I'm assuming, would have been made today.
Well, the thing about birds is they eat seeds. There's a chance that if these seeds are sketch, some of my pigeons might have even eaten them. Maybe even freaking Patuk. We've got to go fast. Otherwise we'll lose all the carrier pigeons in this city.
The two of you rush away out of the door, leaving the body of poor Oscar behind. Polly, now that you finally have the novel you've been waiting for, what are you going to do?
I want to go to a nearby park and I want to find a nice tree to sit under and read it.
Okay. Not too far from here, you find a secluded little park with a duck pond and plenty of trees, and you look around for the perfect shaded spot and find it beneath a blossoming sakura tree. You settle in and open the holy grail of Belt Buckley novels, Too Cthulhu, Too Curious. Only the book has been desecrated. The pages have been hollowed out to form a cavity, and inside is a furled up note and a strange whistle.
What? My novel? What is this? What does the note say?
The pigeons aren't being killed. They're being collected. Find out where they were going.
Is the entire book ruined?
It's-
There's nothing to read?
It is just been fully cut out.
Why would he do that, the crazy old guy? Okay, I tossed the book back into the bushes behind me. What's this whistle?
It's a small cylinder of silver metal with a series of tiny holes, and one end is a mouthpiece for blowing.
Ooh, I blow it.
You blow it with all your strength until you're quite red in the face and no sound emerges.
Blow it again?
blow it again. Once again, you hear the air flowing through the cylinder without a sound.
Bloody useless.
And that's where we're going to end your scene. We move back to Haery and Chèramy. Haery, you retrace your steps, tracking back towards the bakery you passed, half using your memory of the streets, half using your nose to follow the faint scent of carrot cake. Lucky for you, this was indeed Dusty Bun's bakery. And as you approach the shop, the door flings open with the dingling of a bell, and a customer emerges with half a dozen baguettes.
Can I look at their feet?
They are not wearing high heels.
Okay, just checking.
Just checking.
Why'd you keep looking at people's feet, Harry? You've gone really strange this weekend.
Because I'm always barefoot.
Do we recognize the customer?
No.
No, we don't. I say, milady, halt!
Yes? Sorry?
What have you purchased?
Baguettes.
Are they seeded?
One of them looks to be seated, yes.
You must give it to me now. You're in mortal danger.
Don't have my baguettes.
I'm Chèramy, the carrier pigeon, and I'm telling you those seeds will cause you no good fortune.
To try and assist with this, I'm going to pull the seeds that we've taken a sample of. If they match these...
I mean, some of them certainly do, yeah. But she's just like, am I going to have to call for the guards?
Milady, if you call for the guards, they will take us all in, and this whole conspiracy will go off the freaking rails.
Chèramy.
She's kind of backing away from you and going to turn to start running down the street.
Hold on, Harry, don't worry. Don't worry, milady, stop. We are friends.
She bolts.
The frick. I feel like my weekend goggles are not as good as my work goggles for this specific purpose.
And also, when you're just screaming in their face, that's probably not going to assist you.
I was trying to warn her, Harry. I was trying to save her life. That's one more person taken by the seed-spiracy. Come, let's go inside. We need to get to the bottom of this.
Be chill about it, all right?
You want me to act coy? I'm stressed out, Harry.
Just act normal. You don't even have to act
I've
coy.
lost
You don't have to be
too
suave
many.
or sophisticated. Let's just go in and see who's about the place.
Okay, you can take the lead. I'm used to being suave and sophisticated, but I feel like I've lost all that in the whole freaking feathers of it all.
Okay. So you're entering the bakery?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, you enter the bakery, and it's empty. That's seemingly the only customer, but you see a rather large, friendly-looking chap behind the counter.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello. How you doing?
Very good, very good. So we're in the same game at times. We've got, deliveries and whatnot. First question, who delivers your goods for you when you do, home services?
We usually ship through Troll Trail.
Oh.
I spit on the floor.
Why?
You know what they say, no bridge too far.
And you know what we say? Life or death, rain or shine.
We make
We're
sure
your
your
mail's
mail's
on
on
time.
time.
Which one sounds better? Yours is going to get...
The Acorn Express, that, innit?
Yeah, well...
Look at his outfit.
It is. Look at my badge.
Oh, are you in your uniform?
You've been wearing it all day.
I'm sorry, but they just have some pretty good rates, and they don't do that whole having to sign for all the packages thing.
Right, that's fine. I just don't think it's good for the bread. I just wanted to ask about one of your customers, Mr. Leek.
Yes, we supplied a loaf to Oscar Leek, just as we do every 3 days. Special allergen-free loaf that we especially make for him.
Allergen-free, you say? What is it that troubles him?
Well, what isn't he allergic to? Is pine nuts, gluten, shellfish, sesame, peanuts, and soy and beans, and the list goes on.
Now, forgive my ignorance. I'm a mailman, not a baker, but what kind of seed is this?
Well, that appears to be a sesame seed.
Oh.
Sesame seed it is.
Now...
And you've poisoned it, haven't you?
Chèramy!
We take food safety very seriously here.
Then how is Oscar
We have
dead
a
right now?
5-star hygiene rating. We've taken all of the precautions since the
A
last
man has
poisoning
died.
incident.
When was the last
was that?
incident?
Well, there was a new hire. They sold the customer a display loaf that had been sitting in the window for 3 years. But don't worry, though.
Oh.
She was fired.
Just so you're aware,
Man has died. Do you not care?
There has been an accidental death. Mr. Leek
As you're
has
saying
passed.
this, Chèramy, you don't hear anything, Harry, but Chèramy, you hear a sound that commands your attention. The sound of home, the sound of love, comfort, and food. The sound is coming from nearby, and you feel so strongly drawn to it.
Sorry, Haery. I've actually got to go. So
We can't.
Are you buying a loaf, or you don't get out of my shop? This whole poisoning accusation.
You know what? Play dumb, but how about you play smart for me for just a moment? Who's the new high that you had to get rid of?
I mean, that's besides the point. It was some pink-haired lass, but the loaf had no sesame seeds. I checked it myself personally when it left this bakery. Had no sesame seeds.
just I've already sort of wandered out of the shop. You see me out of the door right now.
That final question, I've got to keep up with him. Troll Trail, who comes and collects it for you?
Today it wasn't the usual courier. I can't say I recognized him this time.
What did he look like? Name, age, face?
The only
species,
really thing that stood out to me is they were wearing high heels. And what delivery person would wear high heels?
Yeah, but it's a city full of cobbles. That doesn't make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense.
Any other descriptions? No? Anything before I go?
That's it. That's all I got.
Oh, jeez. Right, all right, Chèramy, wait up, mate. Chèramy, where are you going?
This indescribable sound fills you with a feeling of love and comfort and home, and you follow it through the streets of Sun Harbor, and the closer you get, the louder the sound, the more happiness you feel, and you round a corner and find yourself in a small park where the source of the sound can be seen. Polly, sitting under a cherry blossom tree, is making the sound. And as you approach, so too do a dozen other birds of all manner of variety flocking around Polly like rats to the Pied Piper.
Polly!
Oh, gosh, goodness. I don't have anything to feed you all. I'm sorry.
I start walking towards you
Chèramy?
slowly with my tail feathers aflutter. I'm like, I didn't know you had such a beautiful song, Polly.
Well, what song? It doesn't make any noise. And I present this sort of whistle that I found that makes no sound.
Oh, you can't do that song without that whistle.
Well, it doesn't work. And then I blow it again.
You hear the noise again, Chèramy. The other two of you hear absolutely nothing.
Ah, my lady. What a wonderful melody.
It doesn't sound like anything to me. What are you two doing together? Did I miss the memo? Is there a job that we're supposed to be doing?
I just found out these aren't poisonous if you'd care to take a bite.
What do you mean? We don't know that.
I suppose we don't.
Did you just try to poison me, Chèramy?
No,
not
I wouldn't-
intentionally.
No, sorry. It's been a busy day.
Can I start shooing the pigeons away that have gathered around us?
Yeah.
I tell myself, I say, she's not interested, guys. Go home.
Sorry, what are you two doing here together on a Saturn's morn?
I'll be honest, I don't really know what's going on. I've had a pretty normal Saturn's morn. I was just pottering about, and he's on some crazy trail at the minute.
It's been a pretty crazy Saturn's morn, to be honest, Polly. I'll tell
Yeah,
you,
you're telling
another
me.
person's died on my watch.
What?
I wish he was exaggerating, but
That guy you took that book from earlier,
Don't remind me about the book.
he's only gone and freaking died to some sort of allergic reaction from some bread. Yep, you were the last book he borrowed from. You borrowed him from him. Yep.
Well, I couldn't even... And then, can I go retrieve the book from the bush where I threw
where you
it?
threw it over your shoulder,
And
yeah.
show them this book. I show them the book, and it's been like hollowed out on the inside. And this is where I got the whistle. And there was this note in here, and the book's completely unreadable. Also, I'm really sorry he's dead. That's awful. Did the government finally get to him or something?
I assume so, yeah.
how does everybody know that the government's so bad? This is the first I'm hearing of it.
That's all he would talk about. When he was alive, God rest his soul, he loved talking about the government and seeds.
Right.
Yeah.
And you two are just, you're just drinking from the same pond at this point.
I do
I'm not
like drinking
any
from ponds.
pond.
You probably would if you were a bit...
I love they were polar opposite responses. Love ponds, hate ponds.
Oh. Well, yeah, wait, what was the note say?
Oh, it said the pigeons aren't being killed, they're being collected, find out where they're going.
And you didn't think to tell me that?
Well, I've only just found this out, and then I blew this whistle, and then you appeared, so I'm telling you now.
I told you I was having bird-related bothers today. That's all of our carrier pigeons.
What do you mean all of our carrier pigeons?
They're all gone, Polly. All of
my-
them are missing. Patook's dead.
If all the carrier pigeons are gone, we're going to have to start doing all the carrier pigeon jobs soon. They're going to be loading us up with extra parcels.
I know, you're going to have to learn to fly.
I haven't got the wings for that.
She might, depending on what she wild shapes into.
So, wait, catch me up on this. This flute, where you got that from?
It was inside the hollowed out book here with the
Oh,
notes.
I thought you meant hollowed out as in somebody ripped the pages out like they've torn it, but like
No.
they were using it as a disguise.
Like a cut hole in
yeah.
it.
And I don't know why. This is Belt Buckley's brand new novel. I was so excited to read it, and now this is the only copy in the city, and it's gone. It's ruined.
It's not the only
And now
copy
we've-
in the city, Polly.
Oh,
I told you, they were next door at the bookshop. I delivered a few.
how can it be? Belt Buckley himself came to the city and dropped off one copy at the library.
There are seedy underground dealings going on, Polly, and I wouldn't want to get you involved.
I've heard enough of your seeds, Chèramy.
Polly, all I can let you know is that there is another stockist in town and I could take you there if you wanted after we figured out what's happened with the pigeons because people are dying every second that the bell tolls.
Sorry, right, well, the evening bells are going to be soon. Does that mean more people are going to die?
Maybe. Oh, the evening bells are soon. I need to deliver this letter for Patook.
Oh God, are we on the
gosh,
timer
okay.
again?
Well, it says the pigeons are being collected. Find out where they were going.
Oh, it doesn't even know?
Where were the pigeons going?
Wait, so who was... That clearly wasn't for you. Why did Oscar give you this book?
I don't know. He had a weird look in his eye when he gave it to me. I thought he was about to tell me the ending of the novel, but clearly he didn't care about the ending of the novel because he destroyed the book. Maybe he didn't even read it. Well, not that I could ask him anyway because he's dead, so...
Well, he went to the door.
Well, Beatrice sent me because she checked out the book and then she lent it to Oscar, and then it was overdue, so I just came to
Beatrice?
collect it. Well, she just works at the McMuffin. She just checked out the
Wait,
book.
you
I
know
don't
somebody who works there?
Yeah, well, yeah, Beatrice. Beatrice Lemons.
Beatrice Lemons, right. And did she say anything about the store being closed today?
No, it was pretty busy. Well, I was there. Really busy, actually.
You said it was closed, Harry.
Well, she said she was off to go and prepare for the dinner rush, so maybe it'd be open later. But
Weird.
if you've got a real hankering for a McMuffin burger, I think we have more pertinent things to be dealing with. Apparently the carrier pigeons, where were they going? Where were they going? How would we know? How could we know where the carrier pigeons were going to on their last deliveries?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. This letter's got to look... So let me tell you, Harry, my final job for Patook on his deathbed, he didn't really ask me, but I'm flavouring it like that. He asked me to deliver his last letter. I have this, which is the only lead we've got in regards to where the pigeons were going to, assuming Patook was delivering...
Is it sealed?
Not anymore. No, I opened it immediately. It was my day off. I
we
don't have to
can
follow the
read it
rules on my
then.
day off.
Yeah, you see he's handed you a letter, and I've put in the chat if one of you wants to read the letter out loud.
Yeah, let's have a look. So this was going to Miss Lila Nettles, 12 Brambleturn Alley, Sun Harbour. I haven't stopped thinking about you since the Blackwood Fair. The fortune teller was clearly just about to reveal that fate had destined us to be together until that stray sausage came flying through the tent window and struck me squarely in the face. Please meet me by the fountain after the evening bells tomorrow, so I may attempt to salvage both my dignity and whatever destiny that sausage so cruelly interrupted.
How embarrassing.
It's another romance plot, guys. And that's why I was going to the fountain originally to deliver this for Patook, to this Lila Nettles person, or whoever I was delivering it to.
Why did you deliver it to a fountain? Why didn't you deliver it to the address on the... Oh, of course, because you can't read.
Can't read. Well, no, this was read to me by the freaking cleaner at the express, at the post office. He read it out for me, so I knew where I was going, but it said, meet me at the fountain. So I figured, what if she's not home? Let's skip that step, wait at the fountain when the bells toll, and then break the news there.
Did you not think that perhaps you should have delivered it to the person addressed on the envelope.
Polly, I repeat, it's Saturday. I'm on my day off. I didn't think I was going to have to do delivery. I was going to the fountain anyway to bathe. I figured I could kill 2 birds, proverbially speaking, with 1 stone.
But mate, how would they even know to go to the fountain in the first place if they never received the letter? That's the great flaw in all of this approach. You might take a shortcut
You've only
to the end
freaking
there.
tugged my tail. I didn't even think about
And
that.
this is why it takes a team of 3 people to deliver one thing in Acorn Express. In case anybody was
I'm
wondering.
so glad the 3 of you are back together now.
Well, that changes everything, doesn't it? Well, I figured at the start that maybe this Brambleturn Alley would be somewhere in the Hawthorns. I figured you'd know it, Polly. It sounds flowery.
Oh, it is in the Hawthorns, actually. Yes, of course.
Well, shall we... Sorry, I feel like I've really messed this one up, and my friend's dead, and
okay,
Oscar's dead.
you
You
had
think
a
I'm
death in the
stupid,
family.
and I thought I was about to get a romantic moment there, and it's a stupid whistle.
I'm sorry, I won't blow it again.
It's a cool whistle though, mate. It brings birds from all over by the looks of it.
Yeah, if you particularly want a massive crowd of birds around you.
I mean, he does.
I'm going to say, if only I knew how to blow it, but it doesn't work with beaks, I imagine. Yeah.
Just
requires
quickly
lips.
on the topic of is dead friend. Did you used to work at Dusty Bands, Polly?
Oh, it was only for like a day, but yeah.
Did you kill someone with an allergic reaction?
I was going to ask, but
They didn't die. They just swelled up and couldn't breathe for a few minutes.
You're lucky it wasn't Oscar.
Chèramy, I think that's what would happen if you ever ate bread, just as a warning, mate. So
What?
don't do that.
Shall we freaking go to the Hawthorns and figure out what's going on? Now we're all back together.
we do-
Saturn.
Can I look at Polly's feet?
Yes, they're heeled boots, but they're not like high heels.
Harry, can you stop staring at people's feet now, please? It's making me uncomfortable because you've not even looked at my talons
With
yet.
Harry staring at your
Don't wear
feet,
shoes.
you set off and lead your friends back through the familiar routes and streets that lead you to the Hawthorns. And you arrive at Brambleturn Alley just as the evening bells begin to ring. You encounter something that stops you in your tracks. A Troll Trail delivery wagon.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Right. So to catch up, Miss Polly, dead fella, Oscar, we reckon he died to a sesame seed poisoning. And apparently the baker was very insistent that there were no seeds on that bread before it left this morning. So the only time it could have happened is either in his property or while it was on the road with this lot. So be careful.
Wait, you think that Troll Trail killed somebody?
I think there was probably a mismanagement along the way where they accidentally maybe gave him a seeded loaf when he's allergic to seeds.
So we could be dealing with a people murderer in that very wagon.
A serial bread-related people murder in that wagon.
Is there
Shall-
somebody in the wagon? Can we see anybody?
There is someone in the wagon, and you watch as a person steps out of the cab, followed by a landslide of litter behind them, and like wrappers and alike. And
Wait. What kind of rappers?
you can't quite
Moving
see.
rappers?
You can't quite see from here, but they don't seem to be carrying any parcels. They just sort of seem to be loitering around the wagon, dressed in their Troll Trail uniform and a pair of high-heeled boots.
So I'm going to, for a brief moment, take off my acorn badge and pop it in my pocket.
Okay.
And I'm just going to try and mimic the guardsman from earlier on.
Harry?
Well then. What's all this loitering about? What are we doing hanging around here? Can't just have cargo blocking up the streets all willy-nilly?
In your bright green Acorn Express uniform, badgeless, you approach the Tortoise employee. Can you please roll
Yeah.
me deception with disadvantage?
Deception with and I've got a -1 on deception as well. Crazy. 13 and 16. Okay, 12.
You're rolling
Could be
against
worse.
his insight, which he just rolled a 14.
Oh,
You're
bro,
rolling
come
too
on.
good today.
Acorn Express, what do you want?
How did you know I'm Acorn Express? What?
You are wearing the Acorn Express uniform. I know that green anywhere.
I'll have you know this is a very popular colour. Even people who are fans of our delivery service wear our clothes.
Our delivery.
What? What's so funny about that, Miss Polly?
No, we're a troop of police officers. That's right, isn't it, Harry?
Oh, yeah. That's it. Now I get why everyone's laughing.
Kind of kicks some of these. Now you see, you're closer, McMuffin rappers sort of towards you, and is like, what is it you want?
What I want is an explanation as to why the hell you're wearing those in a city full of cobbles. How does that work? Yeah, it seems inefficient.
Fashion? Have you ever? I mean, clearly you haven't heard of it. What am I saying?
Harry, you can't go around asking people why they're wearing high heels.
I had a bird that knew fashion. He was my friend. He had my tied armor rope. He's dead now.
You notice now, having stepped around the corner, that the back of the wagon doesn't have any parcels, but it does have several cages.
No.
3 of which contain a bird, and 1 of which contains
No.
a bird you know to be precious.
Get him, guys! He's stolen the birds! Precious!
J'accuse!
I've stolen nothing. These are Troll Trail's new carrier pigeons. I'm just taking them out for a test run.
Take him down!
You've stolen our birds!
He's stolen our birds, and he's probably killed Oscar too, you killer.
I've killed no one. And then they flounder for a moment, reaching into a pocket in their Troll outfit, and throws a handful of something to the ground. And at that very instant, the area around the wagon is just whoosh, a huge cloud of fog erupts from the floor.
Oh my god, guys, this is just like Tide Heart Day.
I can't
Where is
see!
everybody? Can I reach around and grab somebody? Is anybody
Yeah, I
near
mean, Chèramy
me?
would be the closest to you.
Oh! He's grabbed me! He's grabbed me!
That's me,
Am I able
Chèramy!
to hear through this noise? Am I able to discern the direction of the tapping of the heels?
As you listen now, you hear like a and the spinning of wheels.
Oh.
Oh, I was
What
right
is
up
this? What is this magical fog thing?
I don't know, I don't know.
can't see anything.
If only I hadn't wasted a spell that gets rid of fog earlier today!
What do you mean?
I had to do it! There was nothing else I could have done at the market, Polly!
Guys, it wouldn't have worked anyway. Even if you got dark vision, you can't see through this. It's what the janitor was saying. In that case, I'm just going to kind of run forwards, and I want to use my rabbit hop to just get this 10-foot elevation to, like, just run forwards, like, hopefully 5-10 feet, and then just leap up and see what I can see.
You do not clear the fog.
I'm just going to keep running forwards until either I hit something or I'm out the fog.
You clear the fog, and you see a wagon lurching away from you, setting off down the road at a roaring pace.
Can we all try and run out? Like, I'm gonna try and run out. I don't know if I'm going in the same direction.
Do you want to roll
I'm going in a direction.
a survival check to see if you can, like, keep going forwards and not run into, like, the walls of the adjacent houses?
Oh, I might be doing that. Oh no, I've got a +5 in survival. 18.
18, yeah.
Wow.
You managed to, and dragging Chèramy along with you, who you'd grabbed, you pull them out of the fog and join Haery and watch this cart taking off away from you.
Chèramy, can you see whether he's on there or did he go elsewhere?
No, he's definitely on there. Where else would he have gone? I can see Precious in the back, right? I can see Precious in the
You
back.
can see Precious and 2 of your flock in the back.
Frick! They should be strong enough to break out of a cage. I trained them so well. We have to get them back.
Is there a wagon nearby?
Do you want to roll a perception roll?
Oh, okay. Perception 17.
Nestled into the side, you do not see another wagon, but you do see several bicycles.
Tandem?
There's one
Tandem?
tandem and one. Actually, yeah, sure, a 3-person tandem bicycle, because that's amazing.
Polly!
Is anybody on it, or is it just
No,
leaned
it's
up?
leant against a wall. It's leant against a wall outside one of these homes on this street.
Boys, with me! And I sprint over to the bicycle and I hop on. We're gonna need all the leg power we can get.
I've got plenty.
I jump on as well.
Okay, we're gonna use an average athletics check across all of you to see the speed.
Bloody
You can do
hell,
anything. Yeah,
okay.
you can do anything you want to help.
I would like to cast Gust behind me
Okay.
with my wings. I'm essentially doing what I did before. I flap my wings and I'm aiming to speed things up.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
say you don't have to roll athletics, and that's your move.
I rolled a 7, so once again, my bicycling skills have let me down.
Oof. And this was athletics, you
Athletics.
said.
It's all hairy now.
2.
Slowest ever.
This is one of the slowest chases of all time. However, the gust, your bike sets off down the road. However, as he takes a sharp turn at the bottom of the lane, you hear a crash and a lot of upset, like squawking and squealing as these cages bounce along the road, and you see that
Precious!
the wagon is upturned.
Oh my gosh, he's crashed. That's what you get
Miss
for
Polly,
speeding.
blow the whistle as we're approaching.
Can I pull the whistle out of my pocket and blow it while sprinting towards the wagon crash?
2 of the pigeons you see where their cages have bursted open start flying towards you. However, as you look down the street, you see this figure in the high heels picks up the cage containing Precious and starts to run down the road away from you.
We got to get after him.
I want to run as close to him as I can and try and tackle him to the ground.
Yeah, would you like to roll
Is it
I guess,
strength?
grapple, yeah.
I'm not very strong, so this might be embarrassing. I might just be...
Why don't you turn into like a giant bear or something?
I might just end up like piggybacking onto him because I don't think I can tackle him to the ground. Oh, I've rolled a 16 though.
Polly, you launch yourself at this guy, tackle him to the ground.
I've got him!
And he has terrible balance because he's in high heels on cobbles.
I'm making a citizen's arrest. Why am I making a citizen's arrest again? Free the birds.
Let me go, let me go.
No, I'm sat on top of him.
Can I activate my font of magic to give myself back a spell slot?
Yes, you can do that.
I do that, and I give myself back a level 2 spell slot, and I would like to charm him.
Okay.
Get the glasses down.
That is an 8, so that is a 9.
Who do you work for?
8.
Friend.
He works for Troll Trails, Chèramy. It's quite clearly on his jumper.
I was just collecting pigeons. You have such a wonderful flock of pigeons, and I was going to attempt to train them for troll trails. But one of them,
Silly.
they fought back. One of the big pigeons fought back and tried to escape the cage and tragically injured himself. And he flew off before I could do anything to help.
You injured Patook.
I didn't. He hurt himself when we were. I was trying to take the pigeons.
We're not friends anymore, sir. I'm going to attempt a peck attack. I'm filled with a pigeon rage. My anger for Patook.
You have advantage because he's prone.
Roll to hit. Roll to hit. Advantage. 17
17
plus...
hits, yeah.
17 will hit. I will do 1d4 plus 2 peck damage. It's 5 peck
5
damage.
damage?
I'm going for the freaking neck.
Never seen a violent pigeon before. This is very, very violent. And unless given
crikey.
medical attention, there is a lot of, blood coming out of this thing.
Crikey, Chèramy. I've never seen him like this before. Harry, what do we do? Is this what he's like on the weekends?
Patook!
This is why I just stick to work. I don't like getting involved in people's affairs.
This has ruined my Satter's board!
Harry, hold him back! Hold him back!
I don't want to get blood on my uniform. I can't.
Somebody hold me back!
Well. What's all this then? You two again?
I've got blood on me beak!
Why are you attacking this poor defenseless fellow? He's bleeding from his neck.
I was performing a citizen's arrest on account of this man has injured pigeons, and he's also wanted for some kind of other crime. Apparently he's killed a man.
He's killed Oscar! He's killed him!
He seeded a man's unseeded loaf.
And worst of all, he works for Troll Trail.
I'll get to the bottom of this. May I please have each of your names, just in case you're wanted for further questioning?
Yes, I am Amy Stinkbottom.
Would you like to roll?
Nice to meet you.
Deception.
That was a pretty bad one, I'll admit. 9.
No, you rolled an 8. So, he goes very well, Miss Stinkbottom. And we have you, Mr. Harrigan.
Me? Yeah. I'm Alistair Borislav.
And would you like to roll deception?
What is it? Deception? 6.
Borislav, is it?
Yeah. It's northern for full of love.
I tell you what, you're missing your badge, but it's very clearly an Acorn Express uniform. I'll go head there if I need to find you. Is that right?
I'm just a big fan of the company. That's all it is.
And I suppose that's where I'll find you too, Mr. Pigeon.
My name is Patook.
Patook. All right, Patook. And you're under arrest for What was it you said?
He seeded a man's unseeded loaf. Write that down.
He's killed an allergic man.
Don't seed loaves. You're under arrest for seeding a loaf. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defense if you do not mention when questioned something which you will later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
No. Wait a minute. What do you know about tie-dart rope, fella?
I mean, I delivered quite a few. Which one?
How about the one where you entered enemy territory to deliver it? The one that you shoved in my locker?
Acorn Express. I was just following my delivery route. It was marked discreet delivery and an anonymous sender, I think. And they paid for it with an employee discount.
What? Somebody who works in Troll Trail sent that?
They had a discount. They had employee discount.
Enemies to lovers, Arg.
I don't get it.
All right, and the copper marches the handcuffed troll-trailed courier away. You hear hoofbeats on the cobble, and a familiar bloke appears atop a horse. Well, now.
Oh my God.
Finally, we have this whole curious affair laid out.
Mr. Sleuth!
Mr. Sleuth, I've killed a man with my beak today, almost.
Chèramy, you awoke this morning to find your feathered friends in danger, and I applaud you. You did not hesitate to call in another favor from the Rat Mafia to help solve this mystery. They led you to a strange man, that Oscar Leek, whose severe allergies and penchant for conspiracy theories kept him locked inside the secure facility that he called home.
Loved birds, though.
By freak coincidence, Polly Inkpot turned up at Oscar's doorstep in search of an adventure novel, only to become wrapped up in a real-life adventure herself.
That did happen, yeah.
Meanwhile, Haery had been tracking a mysterious courier all over town. Little did he know that very same courier was about to deliver a deadly parcel of death to Oscar Leek, who promptly passed away, creating an exciting new development in this tawdry tale.
Exciting? That's more tragic than anything.
It wasn't exciting. He invented carrier pigeons.
It was easy to suspect the bakery had poisoned dear Oscar Leek. Which, what would be their motive to poison such a loyal customer?
That's genuinely the thing I still don't get.
Oh, well, let me explain. If we follow the chain of evidence, who handled the deadly loaf before it reached the hands of Oscar Leek? Could the Troll Trail courier have tampered with the specialty bread to poison poor Oscar? This courier would admit to many a crime, including bird slaughter. But murder was not something he intended to deliver on this particular day. But you see, however, there was one element that no person could have accounted for. The courier had a hankering for McMuffin's signature burgers. The McMuffin patty topped with ketchup and pickles, sandwiched in a sesame seed bun. Evidence of his extreme craving was left behind everywhere he went in the form of McMuffin wrappers, and most fatally of all, sesame seeds. Making the most logical conclusion to this sad affair to be a case of accidental cross-contamination.
Oh God, I kind of want to chase him and let him know that one wasn't his bad.
As he finishes speaking, a round of applause breaks out around you as it seems a crowd of people have all gathered to see the commotion and listen to Benedict's explanation.
I'm cleaning my beak.
Wow.
I'm cleaning my beak.
If he worked for Acorn Express, he would know never to have foods when delivering food. So maybe he does deserve jail time.
Is that a rule? Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, because you can't have them bleeding and leaking and smushing into one another.
Oh, did they make that rule up after the sausage incident at the festival?
Certainly it's a rule now, Polly, that we must obey for the rest of our time here.
Benedict is signing autographs for the crowd while you guys are talking.
Do we need to get a signature for today? I know it's our day off, but I just feel wrong not having a signature at the end.
I don't think we delivered anything. Wait, didn't you have a thing to deliver on this street, Chèramy?
Oh, I bloody did as well, Polly! Quick, to Lila's house!
As you set off to Lila's house to deliver your package, Benedict takes a hold of your arm very, very gently and very briefly, Polly, and is like, Miss Inkpot, a moment, if you please. Perhaps this dark revelation plants a seed of doubt in your own mind, Polly. Did the sesame seed arrive in the home of Oscar Leek by hitching a ride on the loaf of bread? Or by hitching a ride upon a person who had previously that day handled dozens of sesame seed buns without the proper preparation attire?
Oh.
Just something to think about. And he tips his hat and prompts his horse into a gallop, which he disappears down the street in a matter of seconds.
Goodbye, Mr. Sleuth. You give me a lot to think about. Thank you.
Haery, Polly, come on! We've got to get to Lila's before the bells toll. Even though we're not really in a rush, but it said it in the letter, so I'm still assuming that's the deadline.
Arrive to Lila's as the evening bells are still tolling.
I put the letter through the letterbox. I say, this is for Patuk.
Oh. Life or death?
Rain or shine.
We'll ensure mail's on time.
Rest in peace, Patuk.
I was hoping that Polly would come with me to help me put Patuk to rest.
Yes, I actually think that's quite a nice place. We'll attend Patuk's funeral.
Oh, I take them both up to the aviary, which I'm assuming has a few more birds in now since we freed them.
It does, and you find where you'd left Patuk, there is now in its place a cardboard box containing your dear parakeet friend.
Well, I think I would say settle down on the hay. Polly, Haery, you're here too.
That's me.
I'll just say, Patuk, you are a fine, handsome bird. One of the best delivery birds I knew, in Sun Harbor specifically. And I promise I will train the rest of these birds in your candor, and you will not be forgotten. Your beautiful green plumage, and your beautiful blue eyes. Polly, say that thing that you say to animals when they die.
Oh, yeah. Can I pull out an old Belt Buckley novel from my satchel, and I have something I'd like to send off Patuk with, and I read out, and so, in the glistening moonlight, Belt Buckley's massive muscles rippled as he... Oh, sorry, maybe I should... This one seems a little inappropriate.
No, Patuk would have liked this. Don't stop.
That was so sentimental. It's bringing a tear to my eye.
Rest in peace, Patuk.
Rest in peace, Patuk. Haery, if you could set him on fire now, like you said.
We might need to pop down to the dock, mate.
You head down to the dock and push Patuk out into the ocean. And as the sun sets and you see the beautiful orange glow on the horizon, it is joined by the fiery glow of Patuk's raft as you send them into the
Just
ocean.
like Joan's husband.
Maybe he's like a phoenix.
And we'll see you again for work on Monday morning.
Nice. Very nice, man.